days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe. There stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolf, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the comic Relief Crusader.
Hey guys, welcome to Frantic Friday, the show that doesn't really matter unless you have a perverted sense of humor. So, that being said, how's it going, everyone? This is going to be the last show of 2023. Holy moly. Made it to the end of the year, proverbially speaking, as it goes for shows. I hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas on Monday. It was not bad on my end. It was nice and quiet, the way it should be, because I am of age and therefore I need as many nap times as possible, especially with the copious amounts of food that I just ingested. So that being said, yeah, I know a lot of people were, streaming on Christmas and streaming on Boxing Day and stuff like that. So I apologize for not having a show on Tuesday. I just had to really catch up on rest. Oh my God. When it comes to shopping and stuff like that, oh geez, it just takes a wind out of me. But yeah, thank you for everybody for coming on over, joining on in the chat for the last chat of 2023. I want to say hi to everybody. FKHC 2005, hail to you, dude. And Radioactive, how's it going, man? Nice to see you here. And Wendy, Trauma Warrior, ducks into the room and hides in the corner. You haven't seen me. I'm not here. I see you. So, True Rock Rations, how's it going, my man? I'm here, but won't be able to chat because, well, apparently you're at work. So that's okay. Just skip work and listen to this. So, and we got a new person here, Sci-Fi Shipyards. Hail, everyone. Anyone here come from Admiral Teague's chat? Well, I imagine probably everybody almost did. So, which is nice to see you. Sci-Fi Shipyards. Hope you like and subscribe and enjoy the show. So nice to see you. And Christian Delorme, bonjour to you, sir. And thank you for gifting a membership. Been a member for 1 year. I'm here first. How does that feel? Well, it feels like what was it, Teenage Spirit? Yeah, that's what it feels like. So, and it feels like victory. So, because you're my number one. So thank you, Christian. Nice to see you here, man. And as we do every show, let's welcome everybody that's here for the panel.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Appion, how's it going,
right,
sir?
Good, just grooving out to that music,
I know, right? It's
feeling the Friday vibes. It's great.
Exactly. How you been doing? How was your Christmas?
I'm doing good. It was a good Christmas. I had nothing to complain about. It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I'm
get
looking forward to New Year?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really get presents anymore. It's getting too old for that, I guess. But I got a couple things. It's fine.
Really? What'd you get?
My mom gave me some clothes and shit.
Oh God!
Mailed them to me.
No.
Yeah.
Was it socks?
No, it was shirts and some pants.
Oh, lucky you. With me, it's always
Yeah.
socks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop Culture Republic, how's it going, dude?
Hey, it's going well. How's everybody doing?
Well, just moving and grooving, and
That's
trying
right.
to get a moving for the show here. So, how
Yeah.
was your Christmas?
Oh, great. Just finished off the last of the leftover Christmas dinner so I can go
Right?
back on my imaginary diet.
Ah,
Yes. Or the diet I keep saying, oh, I'll go on a diet. No, I'll put it off until tomorrow. No, I'll put it off until next week. Yeah, it's like, oh, look, it's Thanksgiving. And oh, look, it's Christmas. Oh,
oh,
yeah,
nice.
that's not going to happen.
No, probably not. And next we got Admiral Teague. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, everybody. It's
Hey,
your buddy
hey.
Admiral Teague. Woke up insane this morning, got struck by lightning, got a bagel, business as usual.
Ah, so normal Friday.
Normal Friday, exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm looking for the princess to get into my business of ruling the galaxy. Excellent.
How was your Christmas?
It was really good. I went and I visited my mom. She's like in my hometown, not too far away.
Right.
It was quiet. She made lasagna, like she gave me like a sweater, and I gave her a humidifier because she refuses to tell me what her clothing sizes are, and is allergic to all but pure gold jewelry. So like stocking supper for mom is like the next most impossible thing to buy. Like I thought I'd get her I thought like a World War II Wehrmacht riding crop might be good because my mom is kind of German and has like a militant streak.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
She absolutely thinks that our family was like a military. It was like Colonel Mom, and she's like, "Why aren't you in your uniform?"
My mom used a rug beater.
I actually, when I go visit my mom, I have to make sure I shave and put on a collared shirt. She's like, "Sir, wasn't worth getting dressed up to see your mother, eh?" Well, that's okay. We have ways of making you get dressed up to talk.
Sit in the chair. I have things to tell you.
And my mom's
Mom
favorite
sounds
line.
like a Bond villain.
Oh,
She's a
man.
little bit of she's like the most wonderful, charming, excellent to hang out with Bonvo. But yeah,
You
absolutely.
just don't get on her bad side.
Why aren't you wearing your uniform? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Mom, it's Christmas. That's no
And
excuse.
last but not least, we got the Kiki Classic leftist Tom. How's it going, man?
Hello. I'm just coming in the door. Oh my gosh! You're trying to get stuff done at a shop, and then you run into somebody and you just start talking. You're like, "Oh, time has just passed by too far."
Yeah.
Oh yes, I know, right?
That's how it
So-
goes.
Darn it! I gotta get going. So,
How was your Christmas?
and first, let me say, Avion, you're never too old for Christmas. I will always say that. I am a big kid. I even got a pop figure for Christmas, a Mr. Rogers pop figure that he's holding trolley going to the
Really?
land of make believe. Yeah, my brother got it because I collect pop figures sometimes, and the Mr. Rogers one is a special one. That one's going on, definitely going on a shelf. So,
Oh, awesome.
but oh yeah, totally. I have Bob Ross too, so I have all the wholesome characters.
You think Tom Hanks
there
will
you
ruin
go.
Bob? You think that Tom Hanks will do a Bob Ross biopic and ruin him first too? Because now when I see Mr. Rogers, all I can see is Tom Hanks' fucking big fat face.
I love Mr. Rogers, but actually they did a biopic on Bob Ross. It was
Yeah.
loosely based on him. It was with was it what you call it?
Owen Wilson, right? Is
Yeah,
that the name?
yeah, and they
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it's loosely based. It's not directly about him, but I guess he was kind of a womanizer to an
About
extent.
the right guy to play him.
Oh,
But I'm still a fan of his work. I mean, I grew up with his stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I also want to say hey to CycleMan90. Hey, my dog
Man.
Appion is
Hello,
here.
buddy.
Hello to you. Yeah, hey man, nice to see you here. So if you can hit the like button, subscribe away. So nice to see you here. For your first time, we'll be gentle. And Phantom Boomer Explorers, how's it going, man? Nice to
Speak
see
for
you here
yourself. I
also
don't like
as
being
well.
gentle. No way.
Oh, you like it hard.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Well, as we do on every show, because it's the one that gets everything started and the one that gets laughs. First thing in the show, we go through the stupid news.
brace yourselves.
Exactly. Brace yourselves, folks,
Oh,
because
Basically, just news then.
exactly stupidity inbounds.
yeah.
And hail, pop culture mechanic. How's it going, dude? Nice to see you, man. So hope you had a good Christmas.
On a quick
a
note,
lot
before
of-
you get to the stupid
that's-
news, with
Can I
with
just
that,
say,
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Pop.
Oh, I was going to say Pop Culture Mechanic is a great business plan. It needs plenty of work. He's going to be employed for a long time.
Exactly. So, let's see. In stupid news today, well, we just had Christmas and all that kind of stuff, and I guess sometimes, for ages, the Salvation Army has gone out and collected money for the poor and the disheveled and stuff like that. Except this time, they're keeping up with the times, and so along with coins this Christmas, or actually this past Christmas,
It's
the
coins.
Salvation Army wants white donors to offer a sincere apology for their racism.
Has it been 30 seconds in the show yet?
So the Salvation Army wants
Mark
white
Fox.
donors to give more than just money this Christmas season. Its leadership is also demanding they apologize for being racist.
But
Are
we're
there
not
no
racist.
workhouses? Are there no
apparently-
workhouses? Are there no
Apparently
orphanages?
not. No, I guess not.
Okay.
What a fucked up message.
Yes!
Like
You're white. You're
no,
racist. Shut up.
If you're, don't forget to pay your privilege tax.
Oh my god. Like, really, Salvation Army? Come on. You guys did so much good over the years and years and years.
Yeah. And I guess time to start giving my donations elsewhere.
Yep, exactly. So
Man.
Fucking Ayn Rand Foundation for Advancing People in Need.
that's right.
We have boots and tools. You can have one or the other.
From now on, all my donations are going to go to BLM. So
That's right. Wait, I should stop. Should I increase my donation to them because I give them $35 a month every month? That's like
I think,
to
I think you should.
as a license to use the N word and to not feel bad about being a cracker.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, there's a license for that.
Yeah,
Apparently there is.
I pay $35 a month and $60 per use of the word.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, royalties. I get that. So
Yeah, I gotcha.
but
Or they can call me a
man.
Yahtzee. They can call me a Yahtzee using the real word like 4 or 5 times. So every one time I use the N word.
So like what?
it-
Salvation Army will have like a black dude just like standing to the side when you like donate some money, and then you have to like apologize to him. Is that like at every Salvation Army station? Like, how's that going to work?
That's right. They're
Does
gonna
it have to
shake
be a
you down.
letter? How do you want this
You'll
apology?
be forced to apologize and then be asked to give them your car keys and then maybe
Yes.
A black
your
man will be sent
house
to your house to
keys.
fuck your sister.
Yeah, your firstborn,
yeah.
like fucking Rumpelstiltskin or something.
Just donate. Because I gotta shake him down.
I'm
Happy
sorry.
start
I'm
weaving
sorry,
your hair
guys.
together into the gold.
This is just
Oh.
ridiculous. The
It
ridiculousness
is
of this is just
ridiculous.
it's idiocracy has come to life. The movie is now officially a full-time documentary now. Like it's just we have as
That's
a
pretty
human
much it.
society are just falling apart.
I gotta
This is
say it again.
Yeah,
like
yeah, we are.
I'm a white person, but I'm a minority by virtue of being Latino. Like, what do I like? Do I give half?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right.
We have a special plan for people like you, sir. You could just give half. Okay, thank you very much. Like,
yeah,
have a very racist day, sir. That's all. Go right out there and impress some people. Hey, Blackie, come over here. Let me ride on your back like a saddle.
Oh god.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
I know black friends that I know would laugh so hard at this and say, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
Oh,
Like, yeah, it's just
But-
it's stupid.
well, unfortunately
You know what?
for me, I have to pay
Any
four
repar-
flights because,
any-
background is German and Austrian, so I can't dodge that bullet.
The Germans
Yeah.
were led well by that Austrian, I heard. The one
Yeah,
with the
they
same
were.
initials as Johnny Depp's ex-wife.
Exactly. And this is why I'll never get a funny mustache. So, yeah. so there's
No, but
that.
you know, when I look at your channel and I see your uploads in sequence, your beard has been getting like wilder and fuller. So if you guys
Yeah.
want to watch like a stop motion like emergence of the Unabomber thing, it's like our FBI team has aged ahead the Unabomber to show us what he might look like now. Like just look at Comic Relief Crusader's thumbnails for his uploads
Exactly.
as his beard gets
Exactly.
more and more insane. It's like this is when we think he started building bombs right here. He doesn't care about burning at all anymore.
As the years progressed, he got more ornery. So,
Makes his own springs. We can't trace him. He makes his own components.
Exactly. So I buy a lot of fertilizer because spring is coming soon.
That's what that business is for. It's a front.
Exactly.
I mean, a
That's what it is.
well-groomed lawn.
Now, as many of you guys know, especially in the chat and for Tom being Canadian as well, most of our money from our illustrious government goes to a lot of other countries, and because, why should we be taking care of our own citizens and stuff like that? And and it's great, it's super that we're helping out third world nations out there to become more aware of things that they shouldn't be doing in life. And so this advertisement is out of Ghana. Yes, Ghana.
I'm sorry, Mike, you Islamophobic bastard.
Oh my God!
It's Ghana.
Yeah,
that's racist. That should be a white person taking a shit.
No, so this from the government of Canada and UNICEF, right? Because
and Ghana.
So in Ghana, beaches are not toilets. Don't do it here. Oh, what?
What?
This is what our tax dollars are going towards.
Jurassic Park wasn't even open yet, and it had public toilets.
And this is no hate on people in Ghana. I actually had fans for Foggy Brains from Ghana. They're great people, but this is
they are.
Stop open defecation.
What do they have against natural fertilizer?
From the
Amen to that. Yeah.
Canada, we are sponsoring posters. Large
human.
To tell
but do you have interactive poop maps like San Francisco?
Really?
Or is that coming?
That's probably coming later.
You must poop here.
Yes. No. Here's where the latest poop is, so you can avoid it.
Yeah, exactly. So pop culture mechanic. Yeah, save that for San Francisco. So
yeah,
Jeez.
A literal cesspool.
My God. Oh God!
Top
Like
seriously.
Seriously, yeah, that's some funny shit right there.
Yeah, secret defecation is so much better, right?
Well played, Wendy.
Imagine if we really tried hard to stop open defecation, there would be someone out there like, now I defecate in shame inside of a stall, inside of a room, on a toilet, like an animal.
Exactly. Where are those posters in San Francisco?
So, yeah, our government wastes so much money, it's not funny.
Oh
yeah.
But I've seen this. It's like
I don't think I've ever seen a human turd in the street of New York.
Really? That's amazing.
We've been lucky in New York City. We have alleyways.
Oh well, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Here on the border states, we have the southern border.
Oh God, Phantom Boomer. Yeah, Color Us United and its president Kenny Zhu have engaged in a campaign to discredit the Salvation Army and dissuade the public from supporting our work. Wow, really? Damn. Yeah, I looked up that Salvation Army thing. It's BS. The army is undergoing a smear campaign by some woke groups who don't like their Christian organization. Oh, really?
Oh, I actually believe that.
I was ready to pipe up. I want to say something right now. I was ready to pipe up about that and wonder out loud, but I was just letting this kind of play out because that is something.
Right.
One of the things that they will do in the Salvation Army unapologetically is they'll like take you to like Christian religious services and tell you that like maybe if you live by like what it says in the Bible, it's better than lying around in the street drunk. And arguably, I would say this is not at all the worst message for people who had been lying around the street drunk and who didn't manage to feed themselves and who openly defecate. So yeah, there's been a hater campaign against Sal for a while now.
Well,
and, I don't think it's changed much. That's they just thank you for out Googling me because I was like on top of this. Like I smelled something and it wasn't just the open defecation. Like Salvation Army is one of our oldest, most respected charities.
Do you guys think this is an actor in a recreation or did they catch this guy in the act and they
I don't
like
when
know. People, when people like rob like a restaurant or something, they don't pay their bill and then they put their pictures up on the wall. So that's like this guy.
What do you know about that, Appian?
He like takes a picture and there's a sign. That's me.
I am leaving a tip. So
Yes,
If you want to talk
on
to
your
Avion,
resume.
you gotta go to the Compton
my
Red
God.
Lobster and look on the wall, take a picture, and then figure out
done
my
any-
Hey,
odds of
Exactly.
elimination.
Have you done any acting gigs? Yeah, you can find me on posters in Canada, squatting on a beach, pretending to take a shit.
Look,
Uh,
that is me. That is me.
Yeah.
It's not-
And
Okay,
I
not
played
the poop
Pepsi
thing.
in Phantom Menace.
oh,
But
God.
leaving a restaurant without
Okay.
having to pay, I've done that once. I was so drunk I left and they chased me down and my friends paid, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
That's not a restaurant. They're
almost get away.
expecting that kind of behavior there.
Well, yeah, that's true. So
I think it was Jungle
So
Jim's actually
anyway.
in Fredericton, but yeah.
I saw a bartender grab someone's smartphone, and then the person didn't have the money for their bar tab, so they're like, you can have your phone back when you come back with the money. And the bartender went downstairs to check the inventory. Like behind the bar, there was a trap door.
Method acting.
They opened the, get this, they opened up the trap door to go downstairs so that they could do the inventory and bring up some fresh booze because it was the very end of the night. And
Yeah, it could be.
the woman whose phone was taken away got down on all fours and crawled underneath the bar to try to go behind the bar to grab her phone back. Didn't know about the trap door and fell straight down into the basement head first.
Oh,
And landed on the bartender.
Oh,
Door
God.
to the Rancor.
I was just like, it
Exactly,
reminded me
yeah.
of Home Alone. I was like, I'll have another one in the name of Kevin McAllister. He would approve of that. It's like, I'm going to stuff up the sink in this bar and turn on the water faucets all the way.
Well, as for the news
Wet
coming up,
bandits.
yeah,
It was very wet bandity.
as we know that obviously Godzilla -1 is out, and coming out next year is another Hollywood Godzilla movie, and this time it's going to be Hollywood versus Kong: The New Empire, as I imagine most people have probably by now have seen the trailer for that.
Yep.
Well, apparently there's been possibly, I just want to say possibly, a leaker spill that came out or that is coming out about this movie coming out in April, which we're going to touch up on probably later half in the second half of the show. So this from Banning in the Comics, because I was just lacking the interest of trying to find something more interesting that wasn't Rebel Moon.
I'm ready for this story to be conveyed in the most wordy manner possible.
I can already
did.
bet it's
Down in
Mothra.
the comments never misses
Yeah.
a beat.
That's right. Leaker spills all he knows about Godzilla versus Kong, the New Empire, including the return of a fan favorite monster. So this is rather interesting, okay? Because I know some people liked the last Godzilla versus Kong movie. I didn't mind it whatsoever, just because they brought back I suppose you could say a Hollywoodized Mecha Godzilla. Was kind of like a little excited for that. It wasn't too bad of a movie. I'll give it that much.
I
right?
enjoy the North American series. I don't mind. I like it a lot. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not minding it whatsoever. But of course, I love the Japanese more. So because it's original Godzilla.
and
The
quickly
monster
before you
fighting was
continue,
great.
Mike, before you continue, go check his previous episode. He actually reviews his top 5 and number 1. Well, there you go. And I agree. That was movie of the year. I have to agree with you on
But
that.
the way that they
Oh, yeah.
disabled Mechagodzilla, they spilt some alcohol on a console, and it
I
disabled.
know.
I was like, come on,
Yeah,
elaborate machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stretch.
And you're stopped by a cup of coffee. Like, get real.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
a bit of a
God.
stretch.
Yeah, it was,
It destroyed almost all of Pennsylvania in the movie China Syndrome.
Yeah, there we go. Right. So this Godzilla versus Kong New Empire release is fast approaching as 2023 turns into 2024, which means the spoilers aren't far behind. Now, a few have come our way, which excitingly reaffirms suspicions floating around out there on the interwebs. So, and here's the other thing. A lot of people have this whole, are in a rage about this whole pink Godzilla power up
Yes.
energy kind of thing. That's just one of his power up levels.
Yeah, that's existed
I
before.
think
It's not new.
Pink Godzilla
Yeah.
is going to be played by Harrison Ford.
Yeah, probably.
He's the Pink Godzilla.
So you know what, everybody out there? No, this does not mean that this Godzilla movie coming out by Hollywood is now
It's no woke or anything.
No,
No, exactly.
it's just an additional power up. So beyond his normal power.
Dude, if I
up.
want to see, is Millie Bobby Brown in it again? Because I saw a picture of her and she is not woke at all. Wow, she likes to be looked at.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's actually.
Holy shit! Google pictures of her for the last couple of weeks.
Oh, really? Hmm.
Oh my god! She
However,
walked down the street of some warm weather city wearing next to nothing and looks great. And people were shaming the tweeter who retweeted it, like sexualizing Millie Bobby Brown. It's like, I think when she left the house in the super short hot pants and the like tube top, that she probably
Yeah.
had like peekaboo tube top. She may have done this to herself at 20 years old. Fuck you.
Yeah, she's
Exactly.
not the bald little kid 11 from Stranger Things anymore.
No,
He's
exactly
12
right.
years old.
People grow
And
up.
you only wear clothes like that to be looked at. So
Oh, and
That's what
I
it goes.
found out why people went after the model from the Rolling Stones movie, Rolling Stones video.
Oh,
Get
okay.
this,
Oh,
she was in the. This is why she was under. This is why she was criticized for not being feminist enough by being in the video. By the way, they gave her creative control of everything she did and more.
okay.
Her whole part, aside from the fact that she was going to be in the backseat of a car, being driven around LA with the top down, she did everything else. They just let her do whatever she wanted. She picked
okay,
the
well, that's good.
costume, and she said she loved doing it, but she's supposed to be ashamed because she was in The Handmaid's Tale. That was the angle. It took
Okay.
forever to come up with why she was supposed to feel bad that she was pretty.
Eh. So FKHC says, no, the new Godzilla will be play trans. Oh, really? That's what it is. Why wouldn't that surprise me either? So Radioactive, which buddy cop movie is Kong and Godzilla? Lethal Weapon, Tango and Cash, or another 48 hours? We'll have to find
Tango
out.
and
So,
Cash. Tango and
yes,
Cash are young Terry Hatcher.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Hey, Ray Lucard. Yeah, that's Comb. Watch the Pet Hollywood. That's
I'm leaning
true.
more towards Rush Hour.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
probably.
go. I could see
That-
that.
yeah, that makes sense.
How come falling down isn't
Asian
included,
and North
right?
American. That makes sense.
That's fun.
So,
Mhm.
however, beyond the usual speculation and low-hanging fruit given away by scrutiny of the trailer, at least one individual claiming to be in the know revealed via Twitter X that G versus K will be host to the MonsterVerse homecoming of a truly legendary Toho character. See, now I got my speculations here because I'm wondering. Now I might be totally wrong because I haven't read this article, so I'm reading it off the cuff. But I'm wondering, Gamera?
It'll be whatever monster they won't show on the Monarch TV series.
Yeah,
Gamera can be cured by a simple visit to the doctor. You know that. You don't have to live with the long-term effects of Gamera.
Is Gamera now? I really truly forget. Is Gamera, and I believe he is, but Gamera is Toho also.
He's a
I
turtle.
believe so. Yeah, the
Yeah.
flying turtle.
He's
Turtle
Donatello.
that kills Pennywise the clown. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I thought it was Donatello.
But before going any further, we acknowledge that spoilers are a sensitive topic that meets diversion as much as skepticism from diehard fans. Given that we warn you in advance if you wish to remain surprised, but we advise you as well to receive the information as rumor for now. So yeah, just letting you guys know because we don't know exactly what's going to be what. And everything else at this point is basically speculation, right?
Are these the Monarch people? This is the Hollow Earth Godzilla.
Yeah,
people?
this is the Hollow Earth Godzilla.
Mike, I thought of you when you recommended Godzilla -1. When I saw the part where Godzilla was chasing the boat, and I said to myself, poor comic Relief Crusader. All he wanted to see was Godzilla standing on an aircraft carrier, like in that other stupid fucking movie. That was so much better than these people. These movies have steadily gotten better. These movies have steadily gotten a lot. And Kong is their best one. Skull Island is their best one because it's pure fun. But they have not. They're still behind the curve of where they should be. This many movies in. I'm not ready to call them great movie makers yet.
No.
I heard the
Gamera is Toei, not Toho. Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Real quick, I heard the Monarch show imploded. I heard that the last 2 episodes of the Monarch show have been free fall, and that it is absolutely terrible after being really, really promising.
It's
Really?
not.
Oh goodness.
It's not too bad.
Yeah,
I haven't
kept
watched
up
it
with
yet, but
I kind of liked it. I haven't seen the last episode, so I don't know
Right.
how bad it's going to get. If it gets bad, it's kind of interesting because it does give you like the whole backdrop into the organization itself. So it is light on monsters, heavy on character drama.
is there any kaiju in it whatsoever, though? I'm wondering.
Yes, there
Okay.
are
We'll
actually
have to check it out.
kaiju.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if I may
Let's see.
quickly, I remember last week we talked about I forget his name now, but I started watching Reacher this week for season 1, and yes, I agree, he should be playing Batman now. I was like, yes, but anyway, yeah, that was from last week. Yeah,
I've heard a lot about Reacher around.
Yeah.
it's an awesome show. Though. I was like, wow.
Pop
That's
culture
another show,
mechanic
Teague.
Deborah
That's
also
another
helped
show you're
you,
thinking of.
unlike
He was
Godzilla.
in the
that's
DC
good.
already too. The guy that plays Reacher, he was in the
Titans.
Titan show. Yeah,
Titans.
His character was cool there. I like that.
Yeah.
Character,
definitely.
But yes, so let's find out here. So X account Divinity Seeker presented all they supposedly know about Godzilla vs. Kong a short while back, and their inside knowledge focuses on the hierarchy of the characters in the story. Rather a little bit interesting. So, first off, Divinity Seeker claims newcomer Dan Stevens is the lead actor among the humans and plays someone named Trapper. Conversely, the primary villain is Titan, or is a Titan who caused the Ice Age. So, kind of interesting.
I called it.
So,
I
I
called
like that.
Mothra. I knew it.
ooh, yeah, that'd be interesting now, wouldn't it? Here's all we know about 2024's Godzilla versus Kong: The New Empire. Okay, this is what the tweet is. Dan Stevens is our new lead. His character name is Trapper, friendly with Kong, while he kills it in this role. Okay, the
way
main
he's
villain.
capitalized that. Interesting.
Exactly. The main villain is the first ever Titan and is an ice type Titan. He caused the Ice Age. Mothra returns.
Now, has anybody seen the clips? He looks like an orangutan. That's what they're kind of passing him off as, like this massive orangutan looking thing, not really a gorilla.
He
looks
kind
different.
of does when you.
Yeah, he kind of does. I mean,
You
he's
know?
cool looking, don't get me wrong, but yeah, he looks more like an orangutan if you see his builds and stuff.
Huh.
It could
Yeah,
be worse.
well,
If it was an MCU movie, it would just be a giant doomcock. They'd be like demonizing it. It's like, that's the monster.
Yeah, exactly. So, but Mothra returns. I'm liking this.
Hell yeah.
Because
That could be
Because I-
interesting.
I suppose you got like a little bit of a hint of Mothra, sort of in the first Godzilla movie.
Well, in King of the Monsters, Mothra actually sacrificed herself and gave
Yeah.
her power to Kong, and then he got
Huh.
like a superpower, or to Godzilla, and he got like a
Godzilla.
superpower up, and then he killed King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Now that is an interesting tie into the Monarch TV show because there is a kaiju that can ice things over and like freeze
Yes.
people with its breath. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that ice mole.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was rather interesting. I didn't mind that kind of monster. That was actually pretty original, kind of cool. So, and I would just like instantly freezes anybody and is attracted by heat. So,
I want ice puns like Mr. Freeze from Batman. Give me
Oh,
some,
there we go.
some Arnold.
No.
Oh, it killed the
Shoot out.
dinosaurs, the Ice Age.
Yeah. Oh god, I love
Olaf.
that line. As corny as that movie was, I love that line. So, you know
My
what killed
weapon
off
is
the dinosaurs?
nipping at your nose.
The Ice Age.
Oh yeah, just hamming it up.
Yeah.
Oh Godzilla, I freeze you.
They did. Why didn't they offer him the role in Dungeons and Dragons? Right?
Yeah, exactly right. That'd be awesome. So okay, if this rumor is to believed, it looks like Mothra returns. So,
I wonder how. I mean,
or at least maybe a Mothra offspring that is still known as Mothra.
or maybe
Hmm.
they did survive, and so maybe I don't know. That's curious. I'll be curious to see how they work that out. So that will be cool.
I think in the original, like Mothra had babies, and then like the twins take
Yeah.
care of Mothra's babies, and then once they're of age, they basically become like the new Mothra. So I think that's
I
probably where
see,
they're gonna
yeah.
go. Is Mothra had an
Oh, okay.
offspring somewhere?
Yeah.
I say we add a cutscene where Mothra lands next to one of Ghidorah's severed heads and puts its wing on it and goes, "Remember."
Remember me.
Well, yeah, that's what they did too. Is like they used King Ghidorah's one of his heads to make Mecha Godzilla. Like that was.
I
was
know,
the
right?
base.
I thought that was so
Yeah.
cheesy in a way, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I both love and
Tetra
hate it.
Gra-
I mean,
Yeah, Tetra Gravity. Yeah, they copied the big bad from How to Train Your Dragon 3. The ice mole thing. Yeah, I suppose you can kind of say that. Yeah, it does in a kind of a weird way. Looks like him in a way.
bizarrely true.
So, yeah. FKHC says, will the Mothra twins be there too? Ooh,
Singing the Mothra
Yes.
song.
yes.
I think they should sing the Mothra song. That'd be a cool little callback to the original.
That would be
I would,
awesome.
I would like to objectify two hot Asian babes who like sing it too. Could you imagine how hot that could be?
Two midget Asian babes. Because
No,
they were
they're just like, what do you call it? They were like an inch tall. They were like action figure size. They could have hung
Yeah.
out with like your Ken or Han Solo.
By the way, singing the songs, I gotta admit, when in -1, when Godzilla's music played, you get chills. You're like, oh, something
Yeah.
happened. It's so
It's
cool.
awful because it's the best they've ever performed it, and it's like a
yeah.
really brooding version of his original kaiju theme from the first
Yeah.
ever Godzilla movie. And it's like
Mhm.
you start to remember, and like it recontextualizes like even the worst Godzilla movies. Like you remember like the time seeing it, or like the laughs you had, or the good, like every like thing good about Godzilla kind of comes to mind when they're playing it, and he's kicking ass while it's playing. So it's like it's very satisfying. Those people knew how to make a movie.
That's
They
a
did.
funny message by Radioactive.
Oh yeah, Radioactive. So what are Kong and Godzilla getting paid for this installment? I heard a rumor that their agents are asking for 8 figures.
True.
Yeah.
Their lead actors in the movie are not real. How are they gonna do that?
You can't deny them. So, because
It's going to take a rendering team of many, many thousands, where it should be like probably like what we saw. But in Godzilla -1, what did they do? They built more or less a puppet that a man could stand inside. It was no longer a Godzilla suit. The beefy part of Godzilla is where like a dude sits in fetal position with like a computer monitor and sort of controls the animatronic robot.
Yeah.
And it looked a fuckload more real than any CGI we saw. And I think CGI was simply used to make explosions bigger and to smooth out the motion of the kaiju a little.
Yeah. FKHC says the music they would sing would be the music from of Yoko Ono.
Oh no.
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 Oh God, can you imagine?
That would get across the idea we were in trouble.
It went from blockbuster to zero. From
Yes.
Mothra becomes agitated and starts attacking humanity, and that's how you create evil Mothra. I see.
Yeah, it's like, all right, Mothra, I blame you. Yeah, Mothra is there, like, okay, humanity, I'm blaming you for this one.
Yep.
Oh,
I
God.
love you,
Like,
but
Gave us Yoko
Your
Ono.
entire
All the
library
people
of
they can
music,
eat, exactly. So,
your entire discography of all the music ever composed, and you play this to me? Fuck you.
yeah, exactly. How dare you? So, the account is clearly referring to the creature that was already identified as Shimo, an ancient common ancestor to the Titans that might fall under the authoritarian control of the Scar King, who was the first.
Speaking of
new
authoritarians
Titan.
and music,
Yeah,
can I get?
We were
Okay, go ahead.
introduced in the initial teaser for Godzilla vs. Kong that dropped early in 2023. Much to this was previously established in prior leaks, but Divinity Seeker lays a surprise on their followers we sure haven't seen anywhere else.
Doromanu, wait for Godzilla vs. Barbie.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there we
No.
go.
Barbie
So-
did make the bomb that created Godzilla.
Oh my God, yeah. I'll wait for Godzilla versus Barbie, as I mentioned on TCR's previous video. For God's sake. Okay, I have one or two of Ono's songs she can sing if she wants to. Crap, no, please. Yeah, this would be.
I think what they meant is she could sing if she wants to. Like she has
Oh,
the
yeah.
right to sing, not that she could actually sing.
Not that she'd be on the soundtrack. No. And I suppose you can adjust the volume accordingly. I'll give it that much. So yeah, I am not entirely sure what to make of this, if Mothra is actually going to make a comeback or not. So, and of course, it's
And
rumor.
can these people finally deliver? And can they finally deliver an A+ monster movie on their 6th try? Right? I mean, we've had 5 or 6 bites at this apple. They are getting better, but does everyone think they should be about 2 movies ahead of where they are as far as the level of goodness of the movie? Kong Skull Island was like was the apex of their movies.
I liked King of the Monsters. King Ghidorah is like
King
my
of the
favorite.
Monsters.
He's like my favorite villain too.
Oh yeah,
I thought they did him really well. Like you could tell the
I love
director
King
really
Ghidorah.
liked King Ghidorah. There's a lot of just shots of the 3-headed dragon.
yes, yeah. Ghidorah was just awesome.
I
Loved
thought
it.
King of the Monsters was
And
their best
Rodan,
movie.
and Rodan got some good treatment in that movie too.
Yeah, I'll give it that. Yeah, they did Rodan pretty good.
That
So-
movie is good, and it's a lot better than their previous movie, which was better than their movie from before that. So, like I said, like they're trending up. I just feel like they started out behind the curve or something. It's like while they keep putting out a consistently better movie, they've yet to break even on like really, really solid.
Right.
Like if you saw Godzilla -1, like it recontextualizes everything. Mike, did this change your mind about the other Godzilla Hollow Earth Monarch movies? You're like, oh my god, wow, right? I mean,
yeah, it kind of did. I was willing to give the sequels after that a chance. After King of the Monsters, like, okay, you know what?
They are getting better.
They are definitely getting better. I think for something that is Americanized. So Dormammu, yeah, hey man, Yoko is the Godzilla of the Beatles. Yes, I 100% agree on that. So.
Just get like tanks with speakers on them to herd the monsters with Yoko Ono's voice. Yeah, exactly. Like it starts like the J.J. Abrams' great movie Star Trek Into Darkness.
Oh yeah, exactly. It'll be exactly like that, right? So, no, I'm not disappointed with how Legendary is treating Godzilla. The monsters basically in general. You can kind of see. Yes, it has to be, for lack of a better description, like Americanized, but it's not too Americanized. If you follow my meaning on that, they're definitely keeping that Japanese aspect to everything, and that's why I did
the
like
Americanism of the movie would be that it's dumb. It's kind of a little dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little dumb, but it's kind of like fun dumb in a way.
Yeah, I enjoyed them.
It is fun dumb.
And I like what they did. See, to me, I was always a bigger Kong fan, even though I love Godzilla. And I think they did Kong really well in Skull Island.
They did Kong better.
They did.
The movie comes off very cleanly. And it's so weird because the same cast almost gets recycled into Captain Marvel, and they suck in that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because here's the thing, like Godzilla is, for all intents and purposes, like an American property. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
And where Godzilla is, primarily a Japanese property, right? Because that's their one most excellent exports when it comes to like, film, like legitimate, like live action film, right? And that's why I'm not disappointed in these, American made Godzilla movies, because Legendary has actually treated the property with respect.
What about Godzilla 2000?
Godzilla 2000. I'm gonna have
Matthew
to
Broderick, the Silver Lizard
that one.
Oh,
that's
1998.
1998.
Yeah, but they kind of like refer to it as the Godzilla 2000. But yeah, it was made like right before. But yeah, they changed like his whole look.
That's like Godzilla after eating a bunch of pizza.
Been called Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
The only problem with that movie was that the monster was called Godzilla. Everything else about it, like he reconceived that monster so much that like I was like, this monster is cool on its own. I don't know why it's called Godzilla. It's gonna fuck this shit up. And then they stuck that weird aliens part on the end of the movie that sort of made it end with like a whimper, like that. But didn't they canonize that monster? It's now
it got its ass beat in another Godzilla
they really
movie.
Canonize that?
That's cool.
The original Godzilla shows up and beats its ass. Like the Silver Lizard's there, and the the Godzilla we all know and love just beats the shit out of it. And
good.
It's kind of them saying like, yeah, this Godzilla is second rate to like the original. Like,
no, exactly.
Know your place.
Yeah.
For a kaiju film,
did he get in one or two moves or? Did
No, go ahead,
Godzilla
Tom. What was that?
1998 even
No,
get
I've
in a
always
movie?
agreed with Teague on this. Like we talked about this before, actually. How if it didn't have Godzilla attached to it, it was its own fine movie. It wasn't bad. It just attaching Godzilla to it. No, that killed
You
it.
could have added a whole star to
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Godzilla. It was.
I
The
remember-
problem was just the
I thought
Godzilla.
Cloverfield was going to be Godzilla before we actually saw the monster and stuff. I thought that was going to be like J.J. Abrams doing a found footage Godzilla.
Yeah.
If that monster had
says-
only not sucked, he would have been on that franchise, and we never would have had to deal with him.
Oh,
like
God.
the failure of Cloverfield.
Oh, there's been a
If we
Rampage
could go
movie,
back and-
Dormammu. There's been a
Yeah.
Rampage movie. The Rock's in it.
Yeah, that's actually fun. The Rampage movie. That is pretty fun. Yeah.
But I think what he's
That's
getting
one I
at is
haven't
like adding
seen
all
yet.
these. Yeah, but I think what he's getting at is like bringing in all these monsters. Yeah, it's going to be like another Rampage movie. I'm thinking is what he's meaning.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
They are kind of
He's
taking
trying
the
to find a good
Marvel
balance with all the monsters.
I
Yeah,
like
that's
playing
true.
Rampage.
It does seem like an MCU approach, doesn't it? It's like like Godzilla, Civil War. It's like Godzilla and Kong have a mission together as buddies, but Mothra and Ghidorah with Rodan are determined to stop them in a misguided way. And then, like at the end, like they all broker it out and like hug it out, like fucking Captain America: Civil War.
It's and again, who was it that said
buddy
it earlier?
cop
It's
comedy.
like a buddy cop movie. Yeah, exactly, right. So
I think that does kind of happen. Like when King Ghidorah is a villain one time, like they're all fighting each other, but then they realize like they have to fight King Ghidorah because he's like just way too powerful for them to be all split up. So they do like team up, like, hey, the enemy of my enemy is my friend for this one fight, and then we're back to hating each other.
They came from two different lands.
Yeah.
Two
I give that
beings
I
of
gotta give
immense
that movie-
power had to join forces to stop King Ghidorah.
I give that movie ultimate rule of cool props when
Next
all the other
episode of
monsters
Dragon
bowed
Ball
down
Z.
to Godzilla
Yeah,
at the end. That was cool as fuck when all the other monsters bowed down to Godzilla.
Yep.
Exactly. That's what it should be, right?
At that moment, I was like, no, it was badass. I'm like, this
Truly
movie
became
delivered.
king of the monsters. But
Yep.
notice King Kong wasn't there though. He wasn't about to bow down.
No, exactly.
No,
King
no,
Kong
no,
is
no, no.
too American for that. He ain't bowing down to anybody.
Right.
He would have torn
I
Godzilla in
remember
half
no
and
one.
had to deal with like both halves of Godzilla before he would have bowed down to any Godzilla at all.
Yeah.
Now, in the thread, they say Mothra returns, but they don't provide any further detail. When last we saw Queen of the Monsters, which I guess that's what they're saying that Mothra is, which I suppose technically that's true. She had returned to her larval stage after dying by gravity beam, though not before bestowing her essence on Godzilla at the climax of King of Monsters, like exactly what Appian said earlier.
This gives me
could
an idea
emerge-
for Queen of the Monsters. How about this? We get a CGI ghost of Freddie Mercury just sing to Mothra. And now everyone's happy.
Man.
Aw,
She
I
could
love
have-
that actually.
She could emerge from her latest cocoon or lend a hand or maybe a wing when Kong and Godzilla battle for Earth, or perhaps she appears in another news clipping. This would be a shameful waste on her first appearance in years on either side of the Pacific. So the tweet goes as such. Yeah, there's an epic zero gravity fight scene at the end of the movie due to the ancestors' power. Godzilla's role is fairly minor again, but his lore is central to the story. He defeated the first Titan eons ago, and it's Kong who tries to set everyone in motion. Very campy.
Nothing wrong with campy. Nothing
No.
wrong with campy. Not for these movies. No,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
As
I
long as
suppose-
it's good camp.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Because I suppose in the last movie, I'm guessing, if I remember correctly, Godzilla had more of a major role in the last movie.
yes.
So,
yes.
so I suppose it's a kind of a fair trade-off where this time it's more Kong than Godzilla.
More
you know?
Kong's turn. Yeah. Because he's
Yeah.
one of his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if this is basically like a joint effort between Toho and and Universal, or is it Universal? Forgive me if I'm wrong. It's not
like
Paramount. No,
Universal.
it's I'm pretty sure it's Universal.
Yeah, because I think Universal still has the King Kong ride and everything at their park. So I'm pretty
Right,
sure.
right.
then
rights
you know,
again.
if it's a collaboration, then I'm guessing that it is kind of fair. You know, they do a little, okay, first it's you, then it's us, then it's you, then it's us, right? Like pairing it off kind of that way. So
And Godzilla got one extra movie than Kong, so he does deserve a little bit more,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
time in the sun. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
So campy, I can live with that. So plus on top of that, you're having two apes, to be fair.
Exactly.
I'm behind Kong just because I consider him a fellow New Yorker.
Yeah, there you go, right? So but the silver lining is Mothra and her devotees wouldn't sweat the scale of her reemergence to terribly, since she isn't the star of the show. That designation goes to her symbiotic partner Godzilla. But unfortunately, there's a glum news in this case. The king might suffer a worse afterthought level of treatment than Mothra. Divinity Seeker's intel conveys his role will be minor again while Kong sets things in motion once more. Yeah, rather interesting. Seeker adds, however, a wish viewers of Godzilla vs. Kong had once they bore witness to the climate and the physics of the hollow earth shall be granted. A monster fight will take place in zero gravity, which could take our minds off the prospect of less Gojira. So,
I don't know. That sounds like they're going to rely on special effects or something rather. That's weird. I don't like the whole Hollow Earth thing to begin with.
yeah, no. I think
we could have all these monster movies without it. Yeah, it's like the weakest part of the movies, and like they made it like they really wove it in there.
There was a point where you had like two giant openings on opposite ends of the earth. Then you had Godzilla looking at one part and King Kong looking down the other, and they were like looking at each other through the hollow earth, if I remember right. It's like, how does that work? that shouldn't be possible.
Yeah, exactly, right. Dormammu, yeah, Universal has the rights to Kong. Togo has a license for Zilla. Yeah, that's true. But there's also a version clause in there from what I remember. FKHC says, which is owned by the WB. Really, by Warner Brothers. Unless Legendary splits off, which is possible with the latest news.
Oh,
interesting.
Now I hope Legendary Films does well with these, because the next big thing I've been keeping up with them is the live action Gundam movie.
Yeah, they've been working on that.
Yeah. Because if Legendary drops the ball on the live action Gundam, that's going to be an entire fan base, an entire Gundam fan base that will, I don't know.
You're going to anger them. So, and there's a lot of them.
If you thought the fallout over Cowboy Bebop was bad, woof.
Oh, yeah.
Woof.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
And there's still rumors of a Robotech live action eventually happening. So, and if Gundam does good, that's why I wanted to do. I don't mind Gundam, but I was a Robotech fan. And if Gundam does good, I can see Robotech coming next. So I was like, please.
Patrick of Apathy says they need to bring some American kaijus like the beast from 20,000 Fathoms, or even the giant Gila monster.
Oh, that's
or
true.
Even the Blob.
I mean, I did like the first Pacific Rim movie. I kind of liked that one.
Well, I was going to say, the Pacific Rims, like you're saying,
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one yet, but from everything I've heard about the second Pacific Rim, it's not worth watching.
I like it for the big monsters. That's I mean, it's lack of story.
I like giant robots beating up giant monsters. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that's if you like that, the second one's fun to watch. The story. And
how about this one?
The first,
we have a bunch of monsters closing in on the city, right? And we hear like the monster music, and like it's the build up, and like one of them, pick one of the ones that has to walk, all of a sudden just falls into the ground, and we find out like the Tremors monsters are there, and there's a Tremors minefield around the movie. You have to be monster sized to set it off.
But Tritrack brings up a good point, because there are a lot of old movie monsters that we haven't seen in a long time. That would be rather cool,
Yes.
Because, why not? You know,
Just
The giant
aside from
Gila
Kong,
monster,
what is
a giant
American
ant
made?
movie.
yeah.
What if they had to fight the monsters from the mist?
Oh, yeah, the
Ooh,
Cthulhu
yeah.
type monsters. Yeah.
The Cthulhu, yeah.
Imagine.
Bringing like Gorgo. It's like, oh,
Well, aren't there 2
Yeah.
movies of that already? Right? There's 2 totally different Mist movies.
I think
I
so.
think there's just one. I only remember
One's
one.
with Thomas Jane.
Right?
Yeah,
That might have been a remake of an older movie. I'm not sure.
I don't
Could've been.
know.
Or the
I know.
original was
AFC.
part of Creep Show, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably. FKHG 2005 says Legendary is owned by, just looked it up some more. Wanda Group is which is based in China.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I'll have to
Tells
look
us
into that
nothing
more.
except that we know
Interesting.
that all Chinese companies are like somewhat owned by the Chinese government.
Yeah,
It's just how
there
they
you go.
do
Radioactive.
capitalism.
Yeah.
Yep.
Need
Cookie
Cookie Monster.
Monster.
Cookie.
That'll be cocaine. Godzilla versus Cocaine Kong would be a great fucking movie.
Oh
Like
my
Kong
God.
just fall like how about this,
Radioactive
Kong
cocaine
attacking
bear.
some city? Like
We
Kong
need a
falls
giant
over into a
radioactive
cocaine
bear.
processing refinery
That's
in
what we
like Colombia and gets all wired up.
Right,
Cocaine
right.
Kong. Oh, I want to see that now. Cocaine Kong.
Yeah,
Anybody,
Godzilla. No,
facts? Help us
Godzilla.
fund this. Let's fund this movie.
And we put Godzilla in the mold
Oh
of
my
drug
God.
enforcement, like the Punisher in the Punisher movies. Like I think it's a DEA agent in that
Yeah.
first Punisher movie from 2005.
Oh my God. Oh, geez,
Like, why
that
do
would
they
be
think
awesome.
people going to a comic book movie would want an anti-drug enforcement agent as the hero? Was that the original? Like, wasn't he a different kind of
Yeah,
agent?
do we just go back to the 80s all over again? Like Nancy,
Yeah, exactly.
Nancy Reagan said it. I could just say no.
Yeah.
No, but also, I'm
That's
assuming
right.
like
Remember those.
20% of your audience in Punisher 2005 was high on weed, if not more.
Oh my
Like
God.
at least half the people who saw Punisher were stoned. Come on.
Well,
I know
true.
I made sure to get high before I saw it.
Yeah.
Right, because nobody likes an Adolf Hitler. So, but
It's legal in my part of this country.
that's true. So, Tetrarch says Kong freebase using fire from Rain of Fire Dragon.
Oh, that would be fucking
Oh,
hilarious. If
man.
Kong got
Oh,
if Kong
man.
developed
The
this.
Rain of Fire. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another movie I'd forgotten.
I was
Oh,
thinking we get him
jeez.
high by mistake.
Now the
but
dragons were cool in
imagine,
that.
like,
I'm obsessed with dragons. I do love the
but
dragons.
what
in
if
that.
what if Kong monkey see monkey dude his way into like freebasing or smoking crack? That would be hilarious. Like he has like
Oh,
a
God.
huge
Imagine.
gigantic piece of like oil pipeline and he just grabs like a giant crystal of cocaine the size of like a fucking house and jams it in there and like just holds it into an active volcano for a while and he's like
Just think of the amount of amount of drugs that would it take to get King Kong high. I mean,
Yes.
Cheech and Chong would come out of retirement just to help him.
Oh
this job
God.
is
Yeah.
too big for Seth Rogen, man. We're here because we know what we're doing. Well, it'll be a little corny, but we're gonna get him killed, man. Don't try. You can trust
Keith
us.
Richards
So
would
this-
kill himself to know that there was none left in the world.
So this Colombian
he
Kong
would
would be like
actually
Hulk's
die.
version of. Well, this be like
All the
Hulk's
poppy
version
seed
of
fields
Joe
have been
Fix-It.
cleared out by Kong, and we've
If
got no
anybody
poppy.
remembers Hulk's Joe Fix-It, that's what really this Kong version would be like. So
Yeah, exactly right.
the gangster Colombian, hey, you know.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Need
I
Donkey
like,
Kong.
I like
Donkey
the
Kong.
idea. I like the idea that Godzilla attacks Kong in like the name of like freedom of choice. It's like, no, you won't destroy all the world's cocaine. There'll be some left for the people.
Oh God, yeah, that's true. Jeez, that would be hilarious.
It's like Kong has done more to drive back cocaine use than anything else in the last 50 years of government programs. Well, yes, because when there's no supply, there is no demand, and people are finding that they're not addicted to it at all. It was just a little bit of OCD. Cocaine
Yep.
now very unpopular, and Kong a hero here, and then like Godzilla swoops in and kills him. It's like the streets are now awash with cocaine and violence once again, thanks to Godzilla. We have choices.
King Kong would be so high he'd be his own Macy's parade float. So,
Yeah.
He is.
yeah, he
For the longest time, he was. He was
That's
one
how
of
we
the
get the
original
zero
ones.
gravity scene.
That's it.
good. So-
By the way, totally off topic. While we were talking about earlier, I think
It's
Pete brought
fine
There's
this
a
now.
up.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown, she's only 19 still.
Fuck that. Look at the picture. She's more than a
I'm
year
looking
above
at it
legal
right
age.
now. So technically,
She's been legal
she's
for
old enough?
25 months. She's
Mhm.
been old enough for a
You've
while.
been counting the months.
I sent you the picture,
No,
Mike.
I'm
It's
just
actually in
saying,
your
she's 20.
Facebook.
Oh, I
page.
know you sent me the picture. So,
Damn.
but I got to pay attention to the show.
I mean, she's legal, and she's a beautiful girl.
I think our fans would appreciate the picture.
Yeah, they would. They would.
Well, I'm using Mount Fuji as a vape pen. That would also
there we go.
like Godzilla comes after him with some kind of denial move and destroys Kong's crack pipe, and we think he scampered away, and Godzilla's claiming victory, and we see Kong like take a factory smokestack and like grab it and start moving back to the volcano like give me one more
Flavor
hit.
Paradise.
Okay, anybody, we should crowd.
Hear
We
Night
should
of the
crowd.
Living Baseheads by Public
You'd be
Enemy.
doing
We
a
need
full
to-
rendition of the Marlboro Man, right? It's like I'm in flavor country. So,
We need to crowdfund this. Instead of Kong, we'll call him Bong. So
ah,
King,
King
Bong.
Bong.
King
Yeah,
Bong.
Bond versus
Oh
Methzilla.
goodness. The jokes write themselves.
They do. They do.
Oh, I'm gonna do this. Now.
Okay.
How do we start? And Mecha Methzilla.
Oh my god.
And like he exhales on a whole city and like just gets everybody contact high so they can't even like react.
They're all
just
stoned and they're like, "Whoa,
No,
that's it, man."
We have
Everybody
to
has
bring
some
back
munchies.
Heisenberg from Godzilla 1.
Oh,
We have to
God.
bring back Heisenberg from Godzilla 1.
I can see you die, man.
Like in the middle of the movie, Bryan Cranston's like, I can't do
Oh,
this as a
God.
scientist, but I'll be right back. And then he re-enters the room dressed as
Yeah.
Heisenberg. He's like, say my goddamn name. And they're like, oh my God, you're Heisenberg. And he's like, with this special blue crack, we'll kill Godzilla.
Yeah. Exactly. FK.
Just need a blue crack pipe to give it to
We'll
him.
use
with.
his
You
addiction
just
against
gave me
him.
yeah.
That's
You
great.
just give me ideas for my Lego diorama. There we go. This is why you need to subscribe and spread this channel around, because we are a plethora of ideas here. So there you go. You're welcome.
Yeah, my movie starts with the Colombian military knocking down Kong, but he falls onto a cocaine refinery, and that starts a chain of cycle of events.
Yeah.
No, there you go.
Yeah,
It
we're not
goes-
using convenient filmmaking. We have cause and effect. We're going to load and fire Chekhov's gun.
The name's Kong. James Kong.
Set up and payoff. That's right. We have CGI Sean Connery is going to be the lead. In this
No,
movie.
Mr. Bong. I expect you to get high.
We promised that in the middle of our movie, one of the kaijus will kill Alec Baldwin, and I think that people will enjoy seeing Mr.
And there was
Baldwin
much
die.
rejoicing.
Like the South Park bombing the Baldwins.
And
all
they
the
were
Baldwins in their house.
So
You're just sitting in the
Anyway,
mountains. Say hello to
this
my
guy
very
wanted
big
to have
fan.
Certain things
point.
in here don't react very well with bullets.
see, now we're at the halfway mark. Let's take a brief commercial break before we
Oh,
get
man.
into the next article.
Commercial
Here we
break
go.
time already.
Do you feel stressed at work? Too tired during the day? Self-conscious about your body image?
Well, then you might be fat! Come on down to Weebo's gym! Do it! Yeah! We'll fix you up, you greasy, disgusting animal!
Just do it!
Learn how to lift!
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it!
Pump some iron!
Do it!
Fuck you!
Don't let your dreams be dreams. The burn increases now.
And what better time to show it than New Year?
Uh-oh.
You want to turn yourself into a proud samurai warrior? You need the katana samurai sword. This high-quality plastic weapon is a Japanese longsword, which will look just perfect with your traditional Japanese hakama.
There we go.
I still kind of want one.
When you
I
got to
gotta be
work,
honest, I still kind of want one.
there we go. When you have to work out
Get
that
back-
Christmas
yeah.
cat like I do, there you go.
Get
Weebo's
back on the
gym.
diet train. Go to Weeboo's gym.
Exactly.
Just fucking do it.
Do it.
Do it now.
You know,
Fatty.
You flabby little
knock
bastard.
out, knock out a few sets of like curls, and then do a shot, then do some push-ups for a while, do another shot. And exercise goes very well. Like Keith Richards' exercise guide, I've been living by it since 1979, and it has not let me down. I start every day with a cotton shot of heroin from what I did the night before, and that's been working good for me. Yeah. Then I start to check.
See how the commercial was perfectly timed. Yeah. Speaking of meth, we give you Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. How about that?
So yeah,
he's come back from that now, though. He's not meth man anymore.
That's true. So, and
that's
now
nice.
on to the next article. Okay, well, seeing how 2023 is at a close now, we have a plethora of upcoming movies for next year, and I don't know if we should be excited or mortified or just
2024 doesn't seem like a good year. It's like
so many sequels.
I was
actually games coming, but
I was actually looking through a few articles on what's coming next year. So
the Kong movie.
You know what? This year gave us something that we've never seen before: Rebel Moon, a prequel to itself, a movie that is its own prequel for its own sequel.
Not a single original idea.
No,
I mean that was the good part about it too.
Zach just pillaged all of pop culture. He just went through and it's like, I like that. I'm using that. I'm using that.
I like this. I like this. Oh, I want to use.
It's like there's an hour missing. It'll be a totally different movie. Okay, so why this one then?
It's cut and paste movie making. It's modular movie making.
But it was fun.
That's it.
I'm sorry, I enjoyed it.
If there's one group of fans that I find to be the most mean and adversarial, and it's been proven that he buys bots, and by the way, I would do the same thing if I had worked in Hollywood. I would buy mean-spirited bots to attack my opponents, but I have met no worse opponents, no more bitter critics than the Snyder fans when I criticize the Snyderverse movie. I like you can get away with it
the Snyder Bros.
If I go after Star Trek or Star Wars, sometimes it goes unanswered. But if I say something like, "Man, Perry White is a fucking illiterate asshole who's responsible for most of the problems in the movie," Man of Steel, and in the movie, BVS, better known as Batman versus Superman. But I present to you a man who had no curiosity whatsoever about news. It kind of proves that like water wet. Perry White never walked down by the river.
Stop it.
But how does Perry wouldn't know this because he's never walked down by the river to see the water and seen the bat signal across the river.
Snyder fan here.
There we go. Okay, so
and I'm not paying for this. I like your
bat signal was.
Got it.
Okay.
The Perry White rant.
Oh, exactly. So we're gonna
crisis
go through
averted.
Yep, that's right. So we're gonna go through some movies that we do know about that's gonna be coming out next year. Because why not? We might as well have maybe a little something to look forward to, right? So we have a little bit of a schedule.
I'll get you. Yeah. I'll have my revenge.
It's
I can't wait for
what did I do?
The parts of
May 24th. I wonder which movie I'm going to see. I think I'm going to go see Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Anyway, Wendy, I can't
appealing.
believe we live in a world where we saw Barbie kick a lot of superhero ass in 2023. Exactly right.
That's kind of sad, actually.
It is kind of sad. Okay.
The G.I. Joe movie didn't do as good.
No, it didn't. Okay, for January the 5th, we got this horror movie that's coming out by Blumhouse called Night Swim. So now I've seen the trailers for this, and apparently, what can I say about it? It's a haunted swimming pool that
I've seen the trailers. Yeah.
Like the lady in the water.
I'm guessing people go swimming at night when I look at that title.
Is it haunted by? Is it haunted by Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yes, probably.
I would like it to be. Yeah. So
it's like somebody is scraping the bottom of the barrel for ideas here.
Yeah, this is pretty much it. And that name is Blumhouse. So there we go.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So will it be a hit? I don't know. So I mean,
people might think it's related to Adult Swim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Do you think
So I
we've
like
gotten
on
to a
this day.
point where viewing audiences have gotten too jaded to make
I
any
think so.
single movie a hit?
Yeah, probably. That's what I'm thinking, at least.
Yeah.
People are
Yeah,
if I
Dormammu.
find out my
Night Swim is
membership's
just a
any
2024
indication.
bar crawling moo code. Yeah, exactly. So, but on February 12th, okay, February 12th, Argyle. Now, this movie looks
Huh?
very promising. Argyle.
Okay.
Yes, with our illustrious
Not the greatest
Superman
name.
actor,
Henry
No.
Cavill.
but Henry Cavill gonna be in
Oh.
this one.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Yeah, but
if
he's
you
far from
haven't-
Sonic quality. It depends on his level of control.
That hairstyle
True.
they gave him in this movie, though. Whew.
I don't trust
Yeah,
Henry Cavill to
true.
deliver a good movie outside. I trust him on this Warhammer thing because it's my understanding he has a good deal of control. But
Yeah.
just seeing his name out there, it's like, got bait and switched by this guy a lot. It's not his fault they keep doing this to him, but he seems to be in the best roles at the worst time to play that character.
Yeah.
Like he's a perfect Superman, but we didn't get a good Superman movie out of him.
No,
His
true.
hair looks like
But-
Arnold in the old like
I
Terminator
will
movie.
debate that one, but yeah, we'll leave it alone.
Exactly.
That's a
Argyle
good
is a man
look.
of
I
Kingsman.
like that.
Yeah, it says Dormammu. Argyle is a man of Kingsman. So, yeah,
So
and
it's
Oh.
part of the Kingsman
It's a
universe. then.
Kingsman movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
it's
movies
a-
are
it's a
always
spy
clever.
movie.
Oh, I
Okay.
like
Yeah.
those.
Spy
That's
movie,
good theory,
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it's,
I like the X-Men franchise a lot. I think all
Yeah,
three
same
movies.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
It's
spying
really, really
meets
good.
History of the World Part 1. It
I
honestly
love the
is. It's
director's
like,
style of like fight scenes and stuff too, like the way he
They're
frames
great.
everything. It's
yes.
really clever.
Yep. 100%.
in the last one I
So-
saw, what was it, Rasputin versus like two dancing Russian guards, and everyone's doing like this like stylized Russian dancing.
Yeah, the
It's built
prequel
into the
one.
fighting.
Yeah,
It's fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. That
Ralph
movie was
Fiennes.
hilarious.
It
Yeah,
was.
that was really good. I've enjoyed
Oh,
all the
wow.
Kingsman movies that I've seen. I don't think I've seen them all.
I just looked up the cast of
There's three.
Argyle. It's Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, Brian
All right.
Cranston,
Oh man,
Yep.
big names.
Catherine
It's got a good
O'Hara.
cast. Mhm.
Yeah.
Catherine
John
O'Hara's the mom
Cena?
from Home Alone. Happy on.
Yep.
Hmm. I'll be
So,
seeing
there you
Argyle.
go.
You know,
Samuel L. Jackson. So a movie with Samuel L.
Only one
Jackson
person
and
really
Henry
turns me
Cavill.
off in that.
Wait, he was in the
Yeah,
first
it's-
Kingsman. Is he playing the
Yeah, he
same
was.
character then?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Yeah.
The
He was the
Kingsman
villain of the
now
first
has-
movie.
Yeah, he tried to kill him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kingsman has an ability
Okay.
now to sort of first class itself by having
Mm-hmm.
people be some part of the story occur in every time frame. Because
Yep.
there's like now
I
like
think so.
3 separate Kingsman time frames. There's like
Yep.
they have one
Yep.
set in the classic Bond era, one is just around World War One, and where's the other Kingsman exist now?
What's the sequel? No, the second one is a direct sequel to the first movie.
Yeah, the second
So
one's a
one's
direct
around
sequel.
World War One, and
Yeah, that's like a
one's around-
prequel. It's like establishing like
Cool.
Arthur, I think, and like how
Yeah,
he, you know,
yeah. It's
became
like a
the lead
prequel
of the
prequel movie to set it all up.
When does the primary
Yeah.
one take place? World War Two?
No,
modern,
current
more
day,
modern
Uh,
time. Yeah,
modern times.
I think
Closer
so.
to now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post 1960s. Okay.
Right. Okay, so
So we
February
have room in
14th,
the
we
middle
got
to throw in a couple of other generations. of
Oh man, I
Kingsmen.
watched the trailer for
Yeah.
this a few times. Try and make
yeah,
sense of it.
February 14th, Madam Web.
Oh,
Uh,
ew.
Yeah,
I've heard such bad
yeah,
things.
Yeah, I've also watched the trailer a couple of times trying to make sense of it, and it's like you can't make sense of what's going on.
You ever wanted
No,
to see
no.
Final Destination crossed with Spider-Man? Here you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty
Miles
much it.
Morales
I
is
could
Miles
see people
Morales.
dying. I could see the future. And I gotta
Exactly.
prevent it.
Yep.
Yeah. I saw a spider web, therefore my
One of them,
spider
another
destiny
yeah.
is linked. You know, it's like
Super unoriginal. Another character that has like premonitions of the future, and like it's like been done 1,000 times.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
And,
Right.
and doesn't she
So-
have the same thing happen? Like they take like they dance around it as much as they can, but essentially she gets bit by a spider.
Yeah, when she's
Probably.
like, I think there's a
Yeah.
part in the trailer.
Yeah.
She gets bit by a spider when she's like out in like a jungle with her mom, like taking pictures or something. Like, yeah, can't remember.
Could be. Yeah.
Very forgettable.
March
trailer.
1st.
And her
March
uncle dies
1st.
and-
Dune.
Oh, here we
Dune
go.
Part 2.
I want to see
Yeah.
this one.
I'm dying
I
for this.
quite like
I
the
am
first
lo- I
one, and I
guar-
want to see this one.
I'm ready.
Yep. 100%.
I guarantee
So-
that 2 weeks after this movie comes out, while people are finally over the fact that it's out, Denis Villeneuve comes forward and says, "That's right. There are many unanswered questions, but if enough people see my movie, I'll make the final part of it."
Yeah.
There's no way he doesn't pull that a fourth
it's
straight time in a
Sony.
row.
It's in
Radioactive-
the Venom verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Sony. It's definitely Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Craven the Hunter and all that jazz.
Oh yes,
oh God,
yeah.
yeah.
The
Yeah, but
Incredible
Dune,
Morbius, movies like that.
But Dune,
Yeah.
seeing how that was delayed, I
Yeah.
definitely want to go
Yeah.
see this for sure, 100%.
I don't trust Denis Villeneuve.
No,
I
Yeah.
just don't. I'll see it
Okay.
on rental.
Are you still
or
mad at
people
him
tell
for
me
Blade
it's
Runner? Is that what you're mad about?
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
because
I liked
I
Blade
felt like
Runner,
it was-
the second one. It wasn't terrible. Like,
no,
I
it
didn't think it was
beautiful
terrible.
visuals.
What I
Anna
thought
de
was
Armas.
terrible. Here's the thing: my problems with him, the rug pull.
Hey,
after I
Matt
saw the
Sutter, how's it
movie,
going?
about a week
Nice
after
to
I
see you,
saw the
man.
movie, I'm watching TV and Danny Villeneuve's being interviewed, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I fully intend to go back and finish the movie and show people the end of the story if there's enough business for this movie. I didn't finish my story," and I'm like, "Dude, I just went to see this movie and now I have to reponder it." And I'm like, "Wait, there is a whole bunch of shit that didn't happen, like that robot revolution they set up and some other stuff." And I'm like, "Oh man, like and you've just pandered to me, and now you're crowdfunding for your own sequel." I felt used by
he
him.
did
and
tell
I
a
think he
complete
did
story in
to
that
them
movie,
too.
though.
Yeah, it was.
We'll say hi
Yeah.
also
If you
to
want-
Dark Helmet that just showed up. How's it going, Dark
Yo,
Helmet? Nice
Dark
to see you, man.
Hey.
So hope
I
you
think
had
we
a
have
nice
to see that one
Christmas too.
again because I think he drops a few things that don't go forward, like that there's going to be a revolution among the replicants.
Actually, the best way to fill that gap, go watch the prequel to The Matrix in there. That'll fill it up and separately.
Yeah.
You can just
There you
pretend
go.
it's the same
Yeah,
movie.
right.
Yeah.
But and also
Okay.
any movie where we leave our hero in jeopardy and don't do anything certain, it's just like that's
Yeah, I know.
sort
it's
of just
annoying.
like,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true.
unless it's supposed to be a one-off movie, like that's sort of the coward's way out. If you want to have a non-Hollywood ending and have it end weird,
Yeah.
that's one
Right,
thing. But to do
The first
that,
Blade
and what's
Runner is still my
supposed to
all-time
be
favorite. So
this movie
Yeah.
was supposed to answer questions. They don't even tell you if Deckard's a replicant. He took pains to tease the fact that it looked like he was saying it, but not say it.
damn
And
it,
he
you're
was
getting me
double-
bad because I agree with you.
he-
Damn
No.
it. Ugh.
He double talked
So-
us.
Breathe.
Double talked
Moving
us.
on.
March 29th.
On March 29th, we got two coming out. It's either going to be Kung Fu Panda 4 or Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
I've seen all three
which
Kung
do
Fu
you
Pandas.
think is going to win?
It's
Is
even
Jack
money
Black
on
in
these
it?
two.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Jack Black is back. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Both
Yeah.
of these movies are
Yeah.
even money. You're gonna
and
have a good
Angelina
song.
Jolie's back. Like Jackie Chan's back. They got like the
Right.
original, like the five. So I'm
Okay.
kind of
I'm
excited for
interested
that.
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the original
I
Kung Fu was a
honestly
lot of
think-
fun.
I'm
So
I'm
what-
leaning
Dustin
more toward
Hoffman.
Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, of course,
myself.
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do
I
you
have
think
a
is going to
feeling
be the
Kung
winner of
Fu's gonna
this?
give it-
They'll
Kung
both be
Fu.
fun to watch, I think. So
Ooh, that's gonna be
I,
tough.
I
'cause-
think it'll be
I-
tight. I'm leaning toward
I-
Ghostbusters having more more appeal to the
Probably,
general
yeah.
viewing
Yeah.
No,
audience.
more
I
younger
have a
kids
feeling
and stuff
about-
will go to Kung Fu, but yeah, you'll get more of the hardcore Ghostbusters fans and
Yeah.
Yeah,
more
I think
adults
so.
and
Here's the
stuff going to
deal.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
for sure.
If this Ghostbusters movie like kind of whiffs just a little bit the way the other one did, like the other one was like not the 2016 movie, which was like the first thing it did right. It acknowledged the original Ghostbusters and made itself a real sequel. So it like
Yeah.
does like immediately wins people over. But like a lot of people say that they were like, it was all right. It was okay.
Mhm.
It was a
Phantom
good starting
Outsider. Of
point
those
for it.
15 films, I'm looking
But
forward
no one
to
loved it.
Ghostbusters. There you go.
What
Yeah.
I'm saying is no one loved it.
Life
If they
was
make
good.
if they make another one that's only okay, like Kung Fu
Yeah.
could do just as good. Like Weekend 2 will tell about this one because like I assume Ghostbusters will open better, but Kung Fu may at the end be more profitable. It's hard to tell.
Maybe.
'Cause there's
Yeah,
not a lot of
that's-
movies
that's a good
strictly made for
point.
kids.
I mean,
Kung Fu
yeah,
Panda has the whole that demographic like kind of nailed down for them specifically.
True.
Mhm.
A lot of
that's
people are
that's a good
interested-
point to look at what
We
happens
shouldn't-
from week 1 to week 2, then to week 2 to week 3.
Since 2016 till now, Kung Fu Panda has had 3 movies everyone's liked and a 4th coming out. Since 2016 till now, Ghostbusters has had 1 horrible movie and 1 movie that people say they liked the way it came from and had good heart, but it was mid. Everyone said that it's a good-hearted movie, but no one loved it. A lot of people like thought it was a huge improvement. A lot of people said it was a fun movie. A lot of people said it was rewatchable, but I didn't hear anyone saying like they loved it or it was Ghostbusters worthy, because Ghostbusters, especially that first movie, was one of the most epic comedies of all time, and it might be an impossible bar.
True.
It's an iconic film, so yeah.
Well,
Without
I mean,
Harold
from
Ramis,
what
it's just
I
never
heard
going
with
to
the
be like
last
that
one-
again.
No,
Exactly.
No,
But you know,
it's
from what I
not.
heard, you know, it was like total fan service from that last Ghostbusters movie. You know, and from what I've
And
heard,
can
a
you
lot
do
of
that
people dislike it
twice?
because it gave that fan service. Well, that's the thing, right? Can you do it again?
Now you need to build up your
You
new
know?
heroes and
all
make
they have
them
to do-
seem formidable.
More screen
Mhm.
time with the original Ghostbusters. Like they gave us them at the
Yes.
end of Afterlife, but give us like a good amount of them. I think they can really
Yeah.
make some people happy.
I think
think
so.
Bill
Dan
Murray- the
Aykroyd,
problem
Bill
there
Murray
is-
riffing, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
The problem is,
Yeah.
can you trust both of them to show up and be there and do their thing? And because have anyone ever seen a Dan Aykroyd interview?
No.
Well, did you?
Many years
did anyone
great,
see the
Wendy.
Joe-
That's the best part of the
How
movie.
about the Joe Rogan interview with him?
No.
No, I didn't.
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
He drinks tequila continuously for the whole 3 hours.
Oh, he likes to
Oh, there you
drink.
go.
I actually met him one time when he was signing autographs for his own
What I'm saying
brand
is
of wine. So yeah.
Yeah.
you've got
Does
like
he pass out at the end, or does he make it to the end?
Can
Yeah.
you get them both to be sober at the same time? And can you get that same time to be like the 5 hours a day that you could get out of? How much can you really squeeze out of these guys? Like, I don't know that Bill Murray
No.
gives a shit about making a movie anymore.
I don't know if you
He's
want to get
really
paid.
wealthy.
Well, yeah,
He's
Well,
true.
these will both
really
be streamers for
wealthy.
me anyway. I won't be going to theater to either. These will be streamers for me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so April 12th, like we talked about before, Godzilla versus Kong.
this
Yep.
would be the first
Uh,
theater one for the year for me. Though I'll be going to theater to see this.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing that on a big screen with
Oh,
all
yeah.
the
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
and everything. Let's
I'm
go.
thinking Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
For that.
Maybe. Yeah, I seen the first one on stream, but yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, I am looking
Yeah.
forward to Dune. Definitely.
I'm out
But
the door
Godzilla
next
Kong-
Thursday for
Watching big
I'm out
monsters
there
on the big
next-
screen is a must. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm there next
that's
Thursday
true.
night at midnight for the premiere of Night Swim.
Right. Yeah, I will definitely want to go see Argyle, Dune, Ghostbusters, and so far Godzilla versus Kong. I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now this next one, I don't know anything
On my
about this.
birthday,
May
I watched the trailer
17th.
for this. So it's a
It.
John Krasinski movie, and it stands
Okay.
for Imaginary Friend. And so
Right.
Ryan Reynolds is trying to help this girl with like imaginary friends, and like I guess there's something with like a whole like society of imaginary friends where
Oh.
something's going on, and there's a lot of wonky characters, and it looks like another good family friendly movie.
you had me at Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds.
Wow.
Yep, Ryan
Reynolds
Reynolds
okay.
is the star, and John Krasinski from The Office created
Oh,
it. You
no
know, so
way.
it's like
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
and there's a
Sounds
good
like
amount of
Drop
Okay.
Dead Fred.
Nice.
Is this
It
animated?
sounds
or
good.
live action?
Yeah.
no,
If
it's
it's good
live
and it's,
action, but there's like CGI creatures, and the imaginary friends are like different things, like like there's the big
Wait.
teddy bear that's alive and talking, and like
Oh,
it looks
okay.
it looks kind of interesting.
Did
Oh,
anyone
Yeah,
but
if
me
it's
see Drop
good
Dead
and
Fred?
clean and family friendly, it will probably do well.
Yeah, it reminds me of like
Wendy
a live
Trauma
action
Warrior,
Monsters Inc. or something.
She has a trauma inbound. She has to go. So thank you, Wendy, for
Uh-oh.
showing up.
Sorry.
We really
Oh,
appreciate it.
Oh,
Thanks for-
hope things
thanks
go
for
well.
being out.
Take
Yeah.
care, Wendy. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Thanks, Wendy.
Good work.
And Happy New Year to you, Wendy.
Okay, yeah. So this seems like an
But
interesting
wait,
concept.
Did anyone but me see Drop Dead Fred? Because
Yeah.
that's what this movie is.
Let me tell you the
Yes.
cast too, because there's a great cast in If. You've got Ryan Reynolds, John
Okay.
Krasinski, Steve Carell,
Oh,
Right.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge, unfortunately, God, Emily Blunt,
Yeah.
Matt Damon, Jon Stewart, Sam Rockwell,
damn. That's a good
Christopher
cast.
Maloney, Vince Vaughn, and
Ah.
Aquafina.
Okay.
Steve-
There's a couple baddies in there.
I'm
But
definitely
that
curious.
cast
Maybe
about
they'll
is
that
have
now.
their
all
scenes
over the
pretty
map.
together.
hardcore cast,
they'll-
yeah.
Maybe the two horrible people
I'll-
will have their scenes together and they'll be the villains.
Could
Yeah.
be.
Phoebe
Because the
Waller-Bridge
casting
and-
is all over the map
Evie,
there.
Mhm.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge and evil Aquafina. Vanquished by
Yeah.
Stabler.
Feeble,
It's like
Feeble
Stabler
Waller-Bridge.
from SVU takes them away where they belong.
I get a little excited seeing John Krasinski and Steve Carell get to work together again after The Office.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
That'll be pretty interesting. Huh, I'm gonna like that.
Yeah, so I didn't know about it either until I watched the trailer like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, this is interesting.
Oh,
A movie I
okay.
had no
Oh.
clue about just popped out of the woodwork.
Okay, I'm gonna have
And
to
it comes
check
out on
out
my
that
birthday.
trailer then. Nice. Okay, so May 24th, Furiosa?
Furiosa.
Yeah,
A
Furiosa.
Maybe.
Mad Max saga.
Yeah,
It's a
it's more like
whim.
a Mad
It's
Max
it's-
prequel about
it's a
that
sequel.
particular character.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
what it comes
Sequel?
down to.
Hmm.
If May 24th is a nice day or that weekend is pretty nice and there's nothing going on, I
Yeah.
might see this movie. But I don't know. I mean, isn't it it's a Furiosa prequel?
Yeah, it's about Charlize Theron's character from Fury Road.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not
I don't
Mad
care
Max
about her
himself.
backstory.
You know,
Yeah,
one
no,
thing
I
about Fury
know.
Road I want to say,
I would
they
have
never
cared about Fury Road going forward, but
No.
like a throwback to like Watertown or wherever she lives, I don't care.
But one thing about Fury Road, I enjoyed all the Mad Max series. I'm a big fan, but they never
Yeah.
mentioned that was Max. I always had a feeling that
I
was the son-
know.
that was the son of Mad Max, and I'm waiting for.
Or
Well, he
the
narrated at the beginning. He's like, "My
or
name
the
is
No,
Max."
or the feral
But
kid
that's pretty much
from
it.
Yeah.
Road Warrior or whatever.
No, Emil Minty says his fate at the end of the movie. He says he stayed with his people in the city.
It's like I was hoping maybe it was a big ruse, and then Mad Max comes in. That's his son that actually did survive somehow. I don't know.
I don't know. It's
It was
it's
never fitting.
Remember, should have combined them Kingdom of the Furiosa.
Mm. Mhm.
That would have been interesting.
Now,
Yeah.
that would have been a very
George,
cool
half of
thing
the-
to do.
Oddly enough, there's also a horror movie coming out about an imaginary friend in the disguise of a girl's teddy bear.
That's quite terrifying.
Oh,
I saw that
Ooh.
trailer. That looks good.
Okay.
It was-
Oh.
They might owe some money to the Twilight Zone. It was pretty close.
Yeah. All right. So then also on May 24th, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
going to the theater for
I
that.
wanna see this.
I've seen every
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I love the
Yeah,
United
I'm
States back from the
walking-
originals to
Mhm.
these. Yes, 100%.
Is it
Yeah,
what?
it's
How
the
is it
same
connected to
day.
the older ones?
It's
Is
the
it new? Is it a
It's the
restart?
new. I think it's connected to the
You're-
newer ones, which are a
Yes.
remake of the classic ones.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
the newer ones.
No,
Yeah.
here's the deal. Do you remember in the very first one with James Franco from this continuity? It's the same continuity as the James Franco continuity.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you
Yes.
remember
Yes.
that in that movie they had a scene that was already almost anachronistic with the newspaper being thrown on the stoop and it said Icarus probe lost.
Hmm.
This is the return of the Mars mission from the movie. The
Okay.
lost Mars mission from, if I'm correct about this one, the best research I was able to come up with is this is the Icarus probe that was sent to Mars in the first movie. And we remember in the background, we see that there's a space mission going on, especially
Right.
when they
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to his new habitat. They're watching it on TV, and he's like,
Ah.
I gotta go in the monkey house, get some bullshit. And you see on TV the astronauts like giving the thumbs up and doing astronaut-y things. And then the next day, after Caesar escapes, the newspaper hits the step of the house where they've taken him back with John Lithgow, and it says Icarus probe lost.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Andy
Ah,
Serkis
interesting.
gives a hell of a performance too. So yeah, I'm down.
That's
for that.
true.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be great as
Radioactive
Cornelius
says-
because now these apes should be verbal as anything. This should.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see a trailer for this or how verbal the apes are.
Some of them talk. Actually, I
Uh,
did see a trailer. Some of them are talking now.
They
so
should
Yeah.
be
Yeah, some of
talking
them
by
do.
now.
Radioactive says, how about Kingdom of the Furiosa Ghostbusters who go out for a night swim in an Argyle sweater while getting stuck in a Madam Web on a dune?
Wow.
There we
If
go.
you throw
Bravo
Fast
to
and
you.
Furious
Bravo.
and Jurassic Park in there, I'll go. I need
You're good
I
at those
need
mad dribbles,
Fast
aren't
and
you?
I
8
need
hours
Bryce Dallas
later.
Howard to get it.
Yeah,
I need
that's right.
Bryce Howard saved by Vin Diesel, and he's got to be like family, and then like machine gun down like a
And Dormammu
and
had a drama call as well. Dog caught a squirrel again.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
If it's anything like the
That's-
movie I saw this week called The Man Who Killed Hitler and Bigfoot, neither of them are in it. Just don't bother.
Wow, what an overachiever.
Oh man.
Yeah, starring
let's see,
Sam
Dark
Elliott.
Helmet,
I expected somewhat more.
Yeah. Dark Helmet. I'm looking forward to hitting it on DVD so I can get it and finally see it. I'm a slow reader, so I'll have to wait since it has subs. Yeah, if you want to do it that way, my only recommendation is, go see Godzilla -1 in theaters. You won't be disappointed. But
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
if you're a slow reader, then okay, then I totally 100% understand that. So,
Yep.
there we go. Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard reading
Um,
subtitles.
Yeah, that's true. So if
Oh,
you're not used to it,
Ballerina,
yeah, I get
Anna
it.
de Armas. There it is.
Hello,
Yeah, so
Padawan.
June June 7th. Oh, hey, Padawannabe. How's it going, man?
By the
Nice
way,
to see
no,
you.
there's no. It's not even. You don't have to think twice on May 24th. You walk right past Furiosa into Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes because this one has a chance to be good. These people have put out.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
both franchises have been good every movie of the way, including the last Mad Max movie, which I did enjoy. It's just that I feel much better about this movie, and I feel like Furiosa, like, why the hell not just buy the DVD down the line?
Yeah.
Or just
Or
find it
on rental.
online, link, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the one I'll be watching.
Catch it
Oh,
on
see.
streaming.
I like
Madam
Anna de
Alexander,
Armas and Anya Taylor-Joy.
Madam became the origin of a character that was.
Wait, Anna de
blind
Armas is in
and
Furiosa?
as
Okay, now it
old-
just
No,
went up.
no, she's
older
in Ballerina. My bad.
Then Aunt
Oh,
May,
okay.
she was in her 80s. She's going to captivate audiences everywhere. Yeah, exactly right. That's the Madam Web I'm used to.
Yeah, from the animated
so-
cartoon. She's an old lady.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's why I
exactly.
like the Aunt May
Right.
better from Raimi Spider-Man because I have a shot with her.
Yes.
Marissa Tomei, I don't feel
Right.
like I have a shot. But with the Aunt May
awesome.
in Raimi Spider-Man,
Yeah.
I feel like if I came out, I was like,
What about
"So,
Sally
you've been
Fields from
lonely
Amazing
since Uncle
Spider-Man?
Ben?"
Oh yeah, there you go.
Sally
Yeah.
Fields and Amazing Spider-Man also I think I have a shot with, and I would try.
This is what I
would
judge it
give
on.
Good. More
With
Marissa
Gidget,
Tomei
why
for
not?
me. Yay.
You know what? There would be an
Yay.
entire generation of guys who'd be. I'd just be like, "Let me tell you something. I nailed Sally Field," and they wouldn't ask me any qualifying questions. I would just be a hero right there.
No, exactly.
And then, and I'd be like, and I couldn't tell if she enjoyed it or not because she has 3 Academy Awards. She could have been
Yeah.
faking it. I just
So
don't know.
June 7th, Ballerina, which
Well,
is
I'm
a
proud of
John
stuff.
Wick spin-off movie.
No, that's Anna de Armas.
Oh, we saw the
Now-
tease of that in JW4, I think.
Yeah.
I love John Wick series, but I don't know if I want spin-offs now. It's
This
like
movie
they're
has
gonna really...
no path forward. If
Yeah, 'cause
it's
they made the
compliant.
Yeah.
failed TV show.
I still haven't
Yeah.
finished the Continental. I started it. I got maybe an episode and a half into it and just
Right.
lost interest.
Keanu's a
It's
big
like,
part of
what
that
is it?
series, so he...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't Mel
the
Gibson in the
thing-
Continental too? I heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
You know,
never
you
seen
have
Oh,
it.
hey,
high
Ray
hopes
Garcia,
for
how's it going,
something
man?
like Monarch.
Ray Garcia
Yeah.
says John Wick spin-off will be glorious.
Yeah.
think
If,
so.
if it's done right, it could really launch something new,
What
unless
we
it
saw
goes
at
the
the
route
end
of the
John Wick
Continental.
4.
Well, I've
Yeah.
said it
John
before
Wick
when I was taking some classes, workshops for filmmaking and stuff. They said the John Wick series has changed the way films are made.
Yes.
Keanu Reeves and the way they produce, the way it's produced, the action, the pacing, everything about it. John Wick has changed. Like that series has changed the way action films are done nowadays. For angles
Yeah.
to shots to
Yes.
yeah, it has changed the
Well,
entire industry.
it's definitely nice
And
to
it's-
see that it brought action movies back.
Exactly.
And it also
If you move it-
defeated.
If you-
It's also defeated the curse of the sequels because
Yes,
Yes.
there's
yes.
always the thing about the sequels being lesser than the originals.
But
You know
this
Not
what?
one is
the
John
case
Wick
steady
with
4
through.
is
John
not
Wick.
anywhere near
Yeah,
as good as
exactly.
John Wick 1, though. I liked John Wick
No.
4 a lot. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed the whole thing on the stairs, as dumb as it was, but John Wick 1's just a lot better.
To me, it's just one long story, really.
yeah.
It's just boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Mm.
1 and 2 are literally like moments apart. Like he's
Yeah, yeah.
getting his car
Yeah.
back from the first one, and then we go from there.
That
yeah.
I accept. I accept that. It's
Yeah,
4
Dark
and
Government.
1.
I need a
I
preview of
give
it
an
honestly
honor.
before I make it a hard yes or no. Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
get that.
same here.
So okay. So June 14th, according to Jumemu, Bad Boys
Oh,
4.
Will
the
Smith.
spin-off.
I've never watched any of these. I've never
I
watched
think-
any of the
Oh,
series.
man.
I think
never.
I've seen the first
man.
one or two, but beyond that, I can't even remember them.
I used to like Will Smith, but what's his name? I'm not a fan. I'm
Martin
Isn't this
Yeah.
a different continuity of Bad Boys?
Martin
Oh,
Lawrence.
yeah, that's right. There was
yeah.
a Bad Boys franchise with Sean Penn
Yeah.
Mm.
and,
Wannabe
and Clancy
says,
Brown from
Bad Boys
Highlander.
4, could Bad Boys 4 be intro to the Gabrielle Union series with Jessica Alba?
Yeah, 'cause they
Yes,
have their
please.
show,
Yeah.
their spin-off show
Yeah.
going on.
Gabrielle
I don't
Union
know.
kind of looks like a very sexy bug. She has like really strange features. You know what I mean?
So,
Yeah.
Really?
What can I say?
Okay.
Very
Yep.
sexy.
Well, that
but
made
there's
that
Hot Fuzz.
something bug-like about
Hot
it.
Fuzz.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Bad Boys 2
Yeah.
is one of the movies that they watch in Hot Fuzz. You ain't seen
Yep.
Bad Boys
yeah,
2.
exactly.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah, Now there's a good movie there. Oh yeah.
Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
June
John
14th
Wick's wife actually
also.
was the only person not in the Assassin's Guild. That's probably true.
June 14th is also going to be bringing out, Disney Pixar movie Inside Out 2. So let's see here.
Sounds like a skipper.
Between,
I've never even seen the first one,
between
so-
Bad Boys 4 and Inside Out 2, who do you think's going to
Oh
win?
goodness! Oh, that's a
I
coin
I'm
think-
not
flipper
seeing either of
there.
them. So
Yeah,
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I saw something
Okay.
saying that all Pixar movies are being re-released, and they had a picture of like 30 different characters. So I don't know how many
Right.
characters per movie, or like let's say like all the Toy Stories, just one of them. But it
Right.
looks like there's gonna be a substantial Pixar re-release. So what if they give
Ah.
Inside Out 2 away for free with like Toy Story 1? You know what I mean? It's like Toy Story 1 and then Inside Out 2. So like you can kind of like split if Inside Out 2 ain't going your way.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like, what if
Yeah,
you're really going
yeah.
like they could easily throw this into a double feature, and I would feel much better about it as a movie owner. It's like neither movie's overly long, it's still shorter than Dark Knight. And you can like the first movie will sell the second one, and people will be like, well, if I don't like Inside Out, I'll just leave. Because that might be
Dark
the only way to
Helmet.
sell it.
Dark Helmet, Bad Boys 4 will just be Will Smith kissing and slapping every man he sees.
I swear, if there's a
Ew.
scene of Will Smith's character slapping anybody in the movie, people are gonna lose their shit in the
Yeah,
They
yeah.
Will be great. Venus
Oh
Williams
my
hired
God.
the Equalizer to kill the bad boys.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
How
my
about
God.
that? In her foray into acting, Venus
I
Williams.
would watch
goes to
that. That would be an
Denzel.
amazing
That would
crossover.
be an
I think that
amazing
kinda
fucking
would, yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Yes. Because
Okay,
she hires,
so if-
she hires Will Smith to kill. She hires Denzel Washington as the Equalizer to kill the bad boys. She's like,
Bad Boys
there we
versus
go.
Lethal Weapon.
ran down my father's memory.
So okay,
Equalizer
if I had
versus,
to
Bad Boys.
if I had to pick between the two, I think that Bad Boys 4 would totally.
Well,
beat
I'd
out
rather
the
I
Bad
think
Boys.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So
That's
Inside Out
probably a
1,
safe
I've seen
bet.
it before. It tells the complete story of like the little girls dealing with all the different emotions or the characters. It's like it kind of
Yeah.
told the whole thing. They're just milking it now. They're doing their classic thing where they're just milking the IP.
exactly.
Mhm.
Okay, June 28th, A
I'm-
Quiet
ooh,
Place.
I didn't know
Day
that they were
one.
making this. Oh, so it's about the
Yeah.
first day that those fast ass aliens started killing everybody. I might want to see
Exactly.
that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because you know what?
I
I
like-
do got to say the first two movies I thought they were
Are good.
really, really good. They are good.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
So,
I didn't know that was
Yeah.
connected to that. I like those
Yeah,
movies a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
John
I think it's
Krasinski's
pretty
got
underrated.
2 movies on this list that he wrote and created.
Yep.
I
If
like
and-
the
If and Quiet
idea.
Place. Nice.
The name is
Definitely.
becoming increasingly ironic, though. That would like be saying like, "Look, A Quiet Place," starring a de-aged Gary Oldman as Gary Youngman.
There we go.
You're like,
Oh.
this place is not very
Oh.
quiet. There's been world-shattering events here for 3 straight movies now. I'll still see it.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
Quiet
definitely-
Place. I think it's a good
Yeah.
IP.
Yeah.
Fun.
yeah.
It's a
I
fun
haven't-
post-apocalyptic. It's almost like Walking Dead, but instead of zombies, you have super fast-moving aliens that'll shoot at you like at 100 miles an hour at the first like sound of anything.
Sound of it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't know they were
I-
making a third one. That I'm interested to see that.
Hmm.
I know it's like this movie just creeps out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, we got a second one now. It's like, what? Wait, I
You're
didn't.
pleasantly surprised. Oh, a third
No,
one.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
I
look
don't-
at that.
I don't wanna
July
be, you're
3rd.
right. John
July
Krasinski
3rd,
will be in it. He will be in it again because it's day one, so it's
No.
the beginning of the apocalypse, and
that's
he was
true,
he was
too,
alive
yeah.
back then, so he could have his
Oh,
character be
yeah.
in it again. Smart.
Yeah. So
And
yeah, it is pretty
Despicable
smart.
Me 4, we get the 4th installment of the Kathleen Kennedy autobiographical movie.
Damn! How long were you waiting?
Oh,
I wanted to have that one in the trigger.
He jumped to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Since,
You
since,
bastard.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
since if
Yeah. No, you know
That's
what?
a good one,
Kathleen
too.
joke during if, thank you.
I know a lot of
Kathleen
people
Kennedy
get tired
gets another
of
movie out there.
Exactly. I know a lot of people get tired of the minions and all that kind of stuff because they're like everywhere and shoved down everybody's throat and all that kind of stuff. I don't mind. Since this came out, I haven't really minded the Despicable Me movies.
Man,
And
Steve
I know
Carell
it's
probably
good.
got so
I-
rich off of those movies. Oh my
I
god!
found them
yeah.
to be exceedingly. I found the first one to be exceedingly unpleasantly dark and made me feel extremely uncomfortable and creeped out. But
Oh.
that doesn't mean they're bad movies. I'll be
Oh, that's
honest.
good.
Like
So-
they're orphans being
Um,
used as like labor, and like the thing is,
Exactly.
he'll adopt them off if they work hard enough in his like Stalinist workhouse. I was like, this movie
Yeah.
creeps me out. I'm adopted.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. So, Dormammu, Despicable Me 4, I'm too old to appear as a love interest in movie C. Carell. So, maybe.
Your animated self is immune to that. Popeye and olive oil had
I
like
don't
a
know,
75-year romance.
because here's the thing, some animated sequels, they just generally run out of steam, and it's like, oh, okay, there's another one. It's like what we were saying earlier about like what Disney is doing with their some of their animated stuff. And like, yeah, well, okay, we'll just do a part 2, right? And I don't know, unless it's just going to be keeping the same kind of brand of humor that Despicable Me has been kind of known for in a way.
And then how many Minions movies are there? Is it like 6 of those now?
I've seen
I
the
don't
first
know.
Despicable Me movie, and that was it. I was good with that. I didn't need to see anything else. There's 4 of
One
them
was
now.
enough. Yeah,
one was enough.
And yeah, you're right, Appian. I don't know how many Minions movies there are and stuff like that. I think I don't know, 2 or 3 or something like that. Oh my god,
Much less
there's a lot.
disturbing than the
Okay.
Despicable Me guy himself.
There's 2
of the
Minion
Minions.
films just about the Minions. So this would technically be like the 6th movie in the franchise. Holy crap!
So 6 movies, half dozen in the franchise. Woof.
The Minions juggernaut.
But they make money, so
They make money. Yeah, they're out there.
Forward,
Yeah.
unchecked.
Dark Ellen. Anybody feel? Anybody
hot
else feel
take.
that plan?
No.
No, I don't think so. They've generally been all pretty good.
I've enjoyed them all.
No, here's the thing.
Theater movie
There's
for
a
me.
there's a pretty decent schematic to a double trilogy that was left behind for us by the original people who worked with less money, had did this on the fly, and were less inventive. This guy took enough time off between his
Hey there.
He's
Hey, 7414. Nice, man.
Yeah. You know what though? He's taken enough time off between his movies in this franchise, and I've found that I trust this guy. He held off that second movie a little longer to try to improve the story. It's still the worst of the 3, but
okay. So after July 3rd is July 19th.
Wait,
Twister
sequel? They're making a sequel to Twister?
A sequel.
Really?
They're making a sequel to Twister.
Turns out the tornado had a
Bill Paxton passes away. Come on, man.
Twister back with a vengeance.
Right? So
one of the tornadoes had a son, and it's got an angry grudge against the child. Of
oh my gosh!
For ending his tornado run early, so he has a special Doppler radar defeating approach.
Jaws sequel.
This movie's gonna have several
beef with that specific family.
Is that your way of saying that Helen Hunt and her sister will be in it?
I don't know, but
Mike,
how many
I don't
times
know.
keep flying through the air?
It's not
So-
moving in a
Helen
normal
Hunt's-
pattern. It's coming directly towards us for some weird reason.
What
Man.
does butter-faced Helen
Twister.
Hunt look like these days? I want to see what Helen Hunt looks like these days.
Oh man,
She was
Hey,
always
look,
the poor
Deadpool
man's
3,
Laura
July
Dern.
26th.
yeah, there we go. So
I am absolutely not spending my money on that piece of shit.
Hey, no.
I think I
I'm
might
going
just go
100%
out of
for that.
curiosity's sake.
I'm
Yeah.
going because I love Deadpool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
seeing Deadpool 1000%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, out
No,
of
a bunch
morbid
of fools.
curiosity, I would go see it, just see how badly they mess up the
I think Ryan will
MCU.
do a good job, though. I think because remember he's leaving it open. The fourth wall is there, and it's going to
Yep.
be the reboot. This is really the reboot. This is where it officially reboots everything.
Well,
So-
And is
this
something
might be the
good?
time. This might
with
be the
Ryan.
time
I
for
have
us
That
to
no
say
remains
it.
to be seen.
Yeah.
That remains to be seen. So,
This might be the time for us to say it. Now, Disney, we've done this to you before.
Yep.
Now we're not going to do it this week, but we're going to show our hand a little bit. Mike, if I asked you to, could you not, in fact, open up a window to the Disney stock? And we have
I
talked the
probably-
Disney stock down.
Oh.
Didn't it drop like $1.10 last time we spoke about it? We spoke for like 35 minutes. It was just falling off the table the whole time. So
oh,
Disney,
yeah,
if
it
you
was.
leave $300,000 behind the billboard at the old airport in small unmarked bills tonight, I will
We
pick
won't
it
talk
up,
about
and
you.
we will not.
We won't.
We won't
yeah,
talk
we won't
about your
talk it
stock
down.
next Friday. But if you don't, you have until Tuesday to signal. The clock on Main Street USA will ring 13 times at 12 noon, and that's how we will know.
What the
I'm going to
That's
stay
right.
optimistic
Because you're down at $90.29 per stock.
But
So,
so far, both Deadpool films
Don't fuck
were
with
awesome.
us.
I love them.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
again, they were connected with Disney up until now. So this is a Disney-driven
Exactly.
project. That's the only skeptic.
Disney.
But
That's the
so
only
far,
thing. That's
it's done
the only
amazing.
thing.
So.
Yeah, that's the only
Do
thing
not
that would
fuck with
throw
us.
me for a curve.
Yeah,
It could be good. I liked the first Deadpool more than the second one. I had some pretty big problems with the second one.
Mhm.
But this one, it's an
It has potential. The fact that
It
Hugh,
has
him and
potential, yes.
Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine. That's cool in itself. So it's like,
Probably for his last outing as Wolverine, because I believe he's said after this they'll recast the role because he is getting up there in years, and there's only so many weights he can lift to
he did
stay
say
in
one
shape.
thing
That's
he wanted to
true.
do. If they put him with Hulk, he wants to do that film because he said that's his dream. That you know, Wolverine and Hulk, yes, but yeah,
Since
no, this
no
could
one
be
can
amazing.
make a Hulk movie, what a safe thing to say.
True, true,
exactly.
Yeah,
contracts in limbo in 3 different studios.
And if it happened to be a
Universal
Hulk,
and-
they'd probably put him against She-Hulk, and she'd beat his ass.
Oh yeah,
we have a
Because you know that would
Deadpool.
happen.
We have a Hulk.
Yeah.
I have no hope for Deadpool 3. Disney is really
exactly.
good at getting people excited for things. They now control their own satire in the form of Deadpool. So if they nerf this movie too much and it doesn't do what it has to do to effectively be what it has to be, what Deadpool really needs to do more than anything else is to make us forgiving towards what happened to us in the past and ready to accept more movies from this genre, the way Spaceballs does it with sci-fi. And that might even include that you can't make a movie for a year
I
or
think
two.
it's going to be rated R. I think they're going to leave it with the R rating.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
So.
They would have to.
Now, have you noticed one thing though? That this is the only Marvel / Disney movie out so far, and we're like half the year in.
Yeah.
Right.
Not counting for Madam Web and not counting for the upcoming Craven. This is the only
Those are Sony's. Yeah.
Yeah. Marvel.
Well,
Disney
because
movie.
this is
So-
the big reboot. I think they're going to take a break, reboot, and then from Deadpool, we'll see what happens
Well,
after
no,
that. So,
also, like, didn't they just do a bunch of shit? It's holiday season, and they had, or did they have to? Did they have to throw out a couple of movies that that weren't going to work?
I think they threw out some movies, if I recall. Right.
Yeah.
And they might have to burn that Snow White and just walk away from it. It looks like that's the only thing left to do. The only way to do this, I think, Appian had a good solution. The only way to save the movie is to have them switch roles.
Yeah. There's a video of Daniel
Rachel
Radcliffe
Pigler as the
Wolverine.
queen.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Well, they can't pull out now. 'Cause then the
No,
Daily
they
Wire
can't.
wins.
Exactly.
I wouldn't pull out if I was in Rachel Pigler. She looks
Phantom
hot,
Outsider.
man. I would
Actually,
deliver.
you can make it a Wolverine movie and put Hulk in it, thereby passing Universal. Yeah, that's true. You could.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
maybe he'll appear in Deadpool 3. Maybe.
Yeah.
And I think
Okay.
here's the one thing I didn't get under the wire. That John Wick movie. I got to hear
Borderlands.
I know. I didn't know they were making a Borderlands movie. What the hell?
And if anybody's
Yeah.
played the game, it's a fun game. It's an awesome
Yeah.
series. I love this series.
I have seen so much of all things cosplay from Borderlands the game.
Yeah.
It's got a big fan following. If you can go to a Comic-Con or any kind of fan convention and see cosplay from it, there must be something to it.
Well, it's a first-person shooter, cell-shaded, amazing gameplay, just good story, not for kids really, and it's just fun. It's just it's well worth. It's so good.
Yeah. So and yet again, here we're seeing more about video games and like RPGs and stuff like that. Like Warhammer and whatnot being brought out to cinema now, right?
Because it's the next IP to be mined for
Exactly.
adaptations.
That's
Not
right.
that I'm being cynical about that, but
No.
yeah.
Well,
There's only
Borderlands.
so many things from the 80s you can mine for live action
That's true.
adaptations or remakes, reboots, reimaginings, rehashing, whatever. It's like, oh, look, there's video games. Maybe we can do something with that.
It's a new IP, so it's newer. So I think, and the stories are loosely because each game is different stories. So you can really have fun with this one, I think. So
As long as it doesn't get the Halo treatment.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
So Phantom Outsider says, "Oh, so Borderlands the movie will be will likely be nothing like the game."
Yeah, like Halo.
Yeah, you never know. So
It better have
Maybe.
Claptrap. That's all I gotta say.
Yes,
yeah,
I
there
agree.
we go.
I agree. That definitely has to
Okay.
happen.
Like they don't have that robot. They messed up a big time.
Claptrap will be voiced by Jack Black.
Oh no!
Oh,
No.
God.
I'm looking at the cast right now.
Oh, is it already set?
Are you
Really?
serious?
He did better than I
Oh,
expected with Bowser and
yeah.
Mario. So maybe he could. Pull it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. August 16th, Alien Romulus.
Now, is this a prequel or where was this?
I
this a
think
Star
this is
Trek
supposed to be a
movie?
sequel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think this
It's a Covenant, right?
after the whole Prometheus thing. Now, we
Yeah.
touched on this a few weeks ago where the director of this actually got the praise, I suppose you could say, from Ridley Scott on
Yeah, but
this.
who gives a fuck? Ridley
So,
Scott's a fucking idiot.
And it's pretty much going to be like a 20s age cast from
Yeah.
from my understanding from what we
These
reported
last
on
few
the
years, Ridley Scott has been an unreliable narrator to himself and an unreliable recommender of his own movies. Honestly.
Yeah.
Last Duel
If,
had
if
moments.
I remember right, it was Ridley Scott who talked Neil Blomkamp out of making his Alien movie that was going to be a direct sequel to Aliens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Skipping Aliens 3 and 4 and making his Aliens 3 or his direct sequel for the franchise.
Yeah.
Ridley
Really
Scott talked him out of that so Ridley could make his own.
A lot
I
of
mean,
people
how
do
perfect would that
though.
be nowadays? We could get like a movie with a grown-up Newt, older Hicks,
Yeah.
older
they destroyed
Ridley, oh,
An
man.
older
They
Hicks
destroyed
who
the seeds of
survived,
their
and
own-
older
Yeah, he doesn't-
Newt.
Yeah, they don't just
survived.
die from Aliens 3. Oh, that still makes me mad.
Oh,
We could have had a
yeah.
couple. Yeah, that in
Yeah.
the movie, I never got over that in the theater to be able to enjoy that. I would say that in the same 6-month period, I saw Tombstone, that, and Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, and I'm like, wow, only one of those movies was good, and the other two were like worse than bad.
Yeah.
Worse than
So-
bad.
But we got several months till that happens, so I'm sure we're going to hear more and more news about that. So
Is it
it'll
a
be-
Star
it'll
Trek?
be
Whether it's a Star Trek movie or an Aliens movie, I have no tolerance for it. I don't care.
I just
That's
wanted to have
true.
Space Marines again. I don't want them to keep doing like this weird in between where they have spaceships,
gonna
but then they're
be-
just truckers or something. It's like
It looks like it's going to be some 20-somethings versus the aliens.
It
So
is.
it's going to be millennials versus
Oh,
aliens.
God.
I know who I'm rooting for.
Yep.
Right?
Aliens. So- okay.
War
August,
could not be won.
August 30th. Now, this has been delayed by a year because it was supposed to come out this year, but
Yeah.
Craven the Hunter. Oh my
I
God.
saw a little bit of the trailer.
Oh, this was
Maybe.
such dog shit.
Aaron Taylor Johnson from
Yeah.
Quicksilver. You didn't
Yeah.
see that coming, and now he's Craven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's gonna
This
fight the
was-
Rhino. The trailer
Well,
gave it
that was a
away.
great character.
Exactly. This
One of my
looks like
favorite
such a
villains.
snore fest of a movie. I'm sorry. Unless there's like heavy re-editing or reshooting done, which I imagine they probably will, because the trailer of this so far just looks so meh.
It
Yeah,
does.
It's a streaming for me,
it's
like not a theater.
underwhelming.
Yeah,
It's going to be underwhelming.
it is. Oh God.
Much like Morbius. I
Yes.
still haven't seen Morbius.
Oh,
I just don't have the motivation to see
it's
any of these
so meh.
Spider-Verse movies.
Yeah, nobody wants to really see it. Nobody wants to see Madam Web. I mean, come on.
You're kind
Nobody
of
wants to
totally
see-
right in that assessment. Yeah.
And if they want to hear, and if they want to see Craven the Hunter, they literally want to see Craven the Badass who almost kills Peter Parker's Spider-Man, the Hunter. That's what
Right.
I want to see.
The one
Not somebody
who
that's, out to protect nature, like just to please all the PETA people out there or whatever.
right, the one who literally buries Peter Parker Spider-Man. He
Yeah.
buries him.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Phantom Man's Hunter. Yeah. Craven the Hunter. Yeah. Animal rights activist. Yeah. Exactly. That's how they were pitching this movie.
Yes.
So utter boredom. Forget it. Nobody wants to see this kind of crap.
No.
So
No.
It was a Spider-Man movie cool. No, I don't want to see him on his own. No.
exactly. No. So okay. So September 6th, Beetlejuice 2.
Hmm.
I'm gonna see that. It's got Tim
I'm
Burton
kinda-
doing it
Yeah.
again. Jenny Ortega.
Yeah.
Winona Ryder's back. Michael Keaton's back. Let's go.
Okay.
I have trust.
that's
I
good.
trust this movie a lot more. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
optimism.
We've
for
been
this
asking for
Tim
this for a
Burton.
long time. Yeah.
a lot more than I do for fucking Venom 3 or fucking Gladiator 2. Is that a porno movie? Like he was
No,
gladiator.
let's keep to the schedule.
Yeah, let's not go ahead. Go ahead.
That's right. But
I hate the
yeah.
rest of the month except for one movie.
But no, I
Everything
mean
from
everybody's
that
been
bottom row is a
asking for
horror
Beetlejuice
story.
too. Everybody,
That looks
every fan
good.
of this movie has been asking for this for ages. Beetlejuice 2.
Yes.
So, and it looks like we're
Yes.
going to be
And then the next 3
Nah.
movies all of us Dread. Dread.
Yeah.
Transformers, we still haven't really gotten a really good one. It's been a long time since we got one that was really satisfying.
Beetlejuice 2, I'm in the fire. They rebuilt the town in the town, the house 2. Oh,
yeah, that's
Oh,
interesting.
I can believe that. Tim Burton is well known for like really good elaborate sets, and Winona Ryder's in it.
And on the rare
this one
time he
has
makes
good
sequels,
will.
I mean, look what he did with Batman Returns. Like he can make a hell of a sequel to his own
He's
thing.
had time to think about this. Do you think he'll put Nicolas Cage in it as like Superman, like in a TV cutaway? They'll like be watching TV. And
I wouldn't be surprised if Nicolas Cage plays like a little random character in the spirit world or whatever when they're like going there. Maybe he might pop up.
Yeah.
Can Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin possibly reprise their roles?
They've returned to the original town. Nice. I'm liking that.
Cool.
If that's actually the way it's supposed to be, then great. I'm happy with that.
That town's not too far away or too kooky, but honestly, that movie is slightly a reaction to Home Alone. Like, what if the Home Alone people lived in New York and had a goth daughter?
Yeah.
No,
So-
you ain't kidding, Radioactive.
Family.
5 sequels in a row, just
Yeah, that's true. So,
all right.
okay,
Moving
September
right along.
13th, Transformers 1. Now, you know what?
what's
I
that?
haven't heard.
I
don't
just had to
know.
look this up. I just had to look
There's
this up.
nothing I know.
Okay.
Looking at the voice casting, can you guess who's going to be Optimus Prime?
Well, it's Peter Cullen.
Corey Feldman.
Peter
Chris
Cullen.
Hemsworth.
Shut up.
What?
No.
Chris Hemsworth will be voicing
not touching this.
Optimus Prime.
No, there's
Why
only one
not
man that
William
can ever voice Optimus.
yeah. When he's
All
still
right.
alive, why not use the fucking OG?
And when he dies, you kill the
Okay.
character
Yeah,
off. No,
exactly.
I've said that before.
That's right.
No.
No, I think you gotta get
Original
William
story
Shatner.
set on Cybertron, home of both the Autobots and the Decepticons. The film is said to focus on the relationship between Optimus Prime and Megatron.
That's why you need Shatner. The original movie had Leonard Nimoy. You need Shatner. It's like a poetry. It comes back.
Well,
to
there's
you.
only one voice that can ever do Optimus, and if he dies, then the character dies. I've said that.
No, I'd say make him a mighty titan who
exactly.
spawns Optimus Prime. Make him Optimus Prime's father, Shatner.
Or something like that. Yeah, but Optimus is only one voice. No, and no offense to
movie-
which one, but no.
I'll only see this movie if William Shatner's in it.
Yeah. I'm
That's,
going to be
not
disappointed.
going to see it.
I don't know.
So,
I like Transformers. I'm not a super fan. There's some Transformers out there I find myself enjoying, even though I know the story's kind of a bit off. And then some of the movies I just haven't seen at all, and don't seem to be all that appealing.
Well, speaking of that, Mike, you're the super fan. What would you
he's
say?
a super fan.
What do you
yeah.
think? With no Peter Cullen?
Okay. Yeah, with no Peter Cullen, then obviously I have no interest whatsoever in watching this. Okay. So now the only thing I do know about Transformers 1 is that Keegan Michael Kay is becoming like pretty much the dominating voice when it comes to like voice acting in these like big films and stuff like that. So because he was Toad in Super Mario Brothers, and apparently
He's Bumblebee for this one.
Yeah, and I believe you might hear him as Megatron.
And there's no Unicron. Once again, they promised him in the last film. Nope. Like,
Well, that's a weird thing, right? And apparently, he's going to be loaning his voice to this movie. He won't be altering his voice for Bumblebee, from what I understand. And there is a short clip, I believe, from Collider also about him voicing.
We're
Bumblebee.
getting a powerful.
Megatron is voiced by Brian Tyree Henry.
We're getting a powerful
I
female
don't know who that
Decepticon
is.
called Unibrow.
Oh, joy. Yeah.
Yeah,
why
no
did that
thanks,
spread?
no thanks. I won't be going to theaters. That's the first
Yeah.
Transformers movie not in theaters, I guess. So nope.
Yeah,
Huh.
exactly. But however, I'm imagining that the choice for Chris Hemsworth is more than likely going to be playing, like, say, a younger Optimus Prime. I can
Could be. Yeah.
sort
It would
of
have to-
see that.
I mean,
But,
I
most
will
boys-
say Peter Cullen
I'm
did
not
sound
holding
older
it.
in the last film. You can tell he's aging.
yeah, and
notice
they've got
yeah, but now
somebody.
what?
They've got somebody besides Peter Cullen voicing Optimus Prime as in the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy on
Oh,
Netflix,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
gets mixed reviews.
yeah, I haven't seen that
Yeah.
either. So no.
I like parts of it, and other parts I don't like too much.
Yeah.
The animation I think is kind of neat, but it took
It's
a
not
while
bad.
to get used to the animation style.
Mm.
I just hate the lips on Megatron. I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah. You'll have to see it to know what I
I'm
mean.
gonna have to know what the hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
lips.
Okay. So October 4th, the second Joker movie.
It's a musical though, and I used to like musicals, Grease, and
You know,
and I love Lady
I'm-
Gaga. She's hot as hell and she can sing, but
Oh, and
I'm
Wendy's
probably
back.
going to skip this because the
Is it gonna
first
be like
one was
Sweeney
a flash
Todd?
in a pan.
yeah,
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
The first one.
Does it
The
have to
first
be a
one was
musical?
the first one had all the baggage associated because it came out of nowhere. It had almost no budget, and it was known for the warnings put out there because people were saying, "Oh, Joker, this movie is going to spark all kinds of alt this and alt that rioting at movie theaters. It will spark."
That's when I reserved my tickets.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
and then of all things, it didn't do that, and none of that happened.
Mm, mm.
There were
Yeah,
even,
I'm
if I
still
remember
very
right,
let down about
wasn't
that.
there memos released to National Guard and the Army saying, "Oh, we got to have you on standby in case there's
Oh, there's gonna
rioting."
be
break
because
in.
of
break-ins,
this."
riots. Yeah. I remember hearing about
Yeah.
that.
Do they really think people are that simple?
Yes.
I want the governor who gave that order given an IQ test.
Just to go over this quick, Phantom Man Starter, once Orion Pax got the Matrix, he evolved into Optimus Prime.
The
Well,
Matrix
that depends on what continuity you're going by. If you're going by the original G1, Orion Pax was rebuilt by Alpha Trion into Optimus Prime. Don't exactly know at what point he got the Matrix, but he was known as Optimus Prime once he was rebuilt. So, however, if you go by different continuity, depending on what show you're watching, then yes, when he got the Matrix, he did evolve into Optimus Prime. So,
Yeah.
So it
I'm
depends on
only
what
believer in
continuity
the
you're
canon
talking
with
about.
Leonard Nimoy.
He's the man to talk to. That's why.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right.
A younger Optimus Prime was different robot called the Orion Pax. Yeah, no, it's true. Well, yeah, in G1 in season 2, when the aerial bots went back into time, so he was known as Orion Pax. He was basically a dock worker. Megatron pretty much trashed him. The aerial bots took him to Alpha Trion because he was the only one that could help, and then he rebuilt him, and then he becomes known as Optimus Prime. I know my stuff. So anyway.
There you go. Right on.
I am such a nerd. Okay, yeah. So Joker, Joker.
This is a skip.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll watch
like-
the streaming because I like Lady Gaga. She's hot, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
First one was great.
If the
The first one was
like, you
unexpected.
said-
Yeah.
I think like what we were trying to say, the first one was like it seemed like a fluky success. It broke a bunch of rules, and it was refreshing to see like a smaller scale.
It was
take of a Batman
it really-
movie.
a Joker. It wasn't the Joker.
Yeah, and it represented. He
also
really
very
played the
well
mental health
filmed.
issue. He played the mental
Mhm.
health
Yeah.
issue similar to like Heath Ledger did. It played on the mental health aspect a lot, and it's
Yeah.
like,
But
whoa,
I thought
he's
it did a
nuts.
better job than Heath Ledger's movie because they focused in
No,
on a
no.
laser. That was well. I mean, Keith Ledger may have played crazy better in your opinion, but this movie features him going
No,
through dusty hospital records and finding out
there's-
one horrible
Yeah,
thing.
I
after
agree with you there. Yeah.
The revelations that Joker
There's-
goes through in this movie, spoiler 5 years after the movie, he finds out some bad shit about his life.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the stuff that Joker finds out about his life is so fucking horrible. And it's
You feel for him.
sorry for him in the
Yeah.
middle of the movie before he starts arcing
Yeah.
super evil.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And that's what's good about this movie is that like it was a complete journey. It was a slightly different take on the Joker's origin, but he was still equally responsible for everything that happened, I think.
I just don't
And,
get the
we
musical
found out-
aspect for part 2. I don't get the
I
musical.
don't
No,
get it
neither do
either.
I. That's really
That was
weird.
stupid.
Really,
I heard
really
they're
weird.
going to keep it limited, but it seems like
Okay.
it can happen in a fever dream. The
Yeah.
Joker's prone to having fever dreams. I'll tell you this: it'll still be better than
Sure.
Snyderverse Joker, and it'll still be better than Matt
Oh,
Reeves' Joker.
Oh, that's going to be easy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be an
November
embarrassment
8th,
of Jokers in the next like
Venom
25
3.
months. Oh,
Venom
God.
3.
I like the
So-
Venom series. They're fun. They're not great, but they're fun because the Venom character is just fun. That's all I'm going to say. About it.
Too much deviation from the comic book.
Yeah,
origin
yeah, it
in
is
my
deviating
taste.
quite a bit.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
majorly deviated. It's like
Mm,
its own
it is.
different universe.
one
with
I don't know. What are you
nothing.
going to do in
launch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to
This
do
one
in the
keeps
Venom 3
failing to
movie? I mean,
launch.
who's the antagonist?
Spider-Man.
So,
Didn't they?
that's
Well, remember at
would-
the end of
that would
was
save it.
the
that would
Spider
save
the
it.
last Spider-Man film, they kind of hinted at something. So it's like with Venom.
Well, yeah, we saw what they
Yeah.
hinted at was that maybe Eddie Brock wouldn't be Spider-Man or wouldn't be Venom anymore, or that maybe Venom made it into the MCU, but like the nature of that scene was such that they could say it didn't happen.
You can
You know
go
what I
into
mean?
it.
Or it
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
on
You could have-
another planet.
You could have like
Yeah.
another villain like brain control Spider-Man where he's evil or something and causing destruction, and then Venom has to like save the city, save Spider-Man in a way. You kind of do
Yeah,
something like
but-
that.
You know what?
That fits with their
I
plan
wanna
for
see-
Spider-Man too.
I want to see evil Venom though.
Yes, I
You
think we
know,
all. Yeah,
old school Venom. You know, I want to eat your brains kind of Venom.
Yeah. I
So-
want to see the
How
old
about this?
school Venom where he joins, tries to go with Peter Parker at first, and then Peter Parker has to enlist the help of the Fantastic Four to separate
Get
himself
the
from
suit off of
the
him.
Venom
Yeah.
symbiote.
Yeah.
You know
But
what would
we'll
help
never
the
get
Venom
that.
movie? You know what would help the Venom movie? How about a guest appearance by and now unfortunately he's with Disney, but they used to own him. A guest shot from our buddy fucking Blade would have been amazing for the Venom movie. Because
Yeah,
they
that
could have
exist in
been.
the same. Well,
Blade
listen,
should
man,
have showed
Blade,
up
I
in
think, is
Morbius
doing
because he's
good.
a vampire.
I think they're trying to tease something like that at the end of the
him and Venom
Eternals,
both
because
have a
there's that
weird thing
one
with
Spider-Man.
scene, the one
Yeah.
post-credit scene at the Eternals where it might have been the voice of Blade
It was.
hinting at something else going on, where they're
Yeah.
they're trying to introduce something else, another team up with the
Excalibur. I think it was.
supernatural, the
Mm,
supernatural
exactly.
aspect.
Yeah,
Mm.
So
Jon
it's
Snow
no
becomes
telling.
like the Black Knight or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's no
is it gonna
telling where
be-
they'll go with it.
Is it going to be like, the last two Venom's Venom, or is it going to be, like piece of Venom that is in the MCU now, new Venom? I
Yeah.
don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Carnage, I have no idea.
We,
Not
we
much
should
said on
walk away. Yeah, I mean,
They
I would
already
have more
fucked Carnage
appetite for
up.
them trying to
Yeah,
do
they
Carnage.
did.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
I think
okay,
you could
November
double back
22nd,
and make another wacky, crazy
Glad-
Spider-Man variant. of Carnage and
Gladiator
just go down.
2.
Who asked for this?
Why?
Yeah, the
Why?
Exactly.
connection to Gladiator 1 is so tenuous because of the name recognition. This is like almost completely
Uh,
unrelated.
Yeah.
No,
Just that
I
they're still Rome. It hadn't fallen yet. There was time to have more
Yeah.
gladiatorial stories. It's just, if it
Exactly.
had been called the Gladiator's Tale, all of a sudden more fun and more
I
enthusiasm.
don't
This has me
Yeah.
apprehensive more than
Pedro
enthusiastic.
Pascal is the main character.
Yeah.
Okay, now
yeah.
I'm definitely not wanting to see it in the
Yeah,
fucking least.
no. Boring.
Skipper.
Now
like, I
with
feel like
twice
that-
the Gladiator action. So,
I mean, talk about a movie. They perfectly wrapped up the story in the first film. There's no
yeah.
where to go.
no,
It's the
unless
story
you just
of that
introduce another
young
gladiator.
child who, I think the point of view character
Lucius,
is the young
yeah.
child who looks up to Russell Crowe. Which,
Yeah.
by the way,
Denzel Washington.
you know,
It has
I have to say
Denzel
this-
Washington, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I have
Exactly.
to say, out of Superman's two fathers in the Snyderverse, Absentee Dad Ghost by Russell Crowe is actually a much better father than Kevin Costner, who tells him to let everyone just die.
Yeah.
So I have to
Yeah.
say, he can't, as
So-
long as he's not singing. If he was in the Joker movie, I'd be a lot more afraid. But the extensive singing from Russell Crowe, like, oh God, no.
Instead
Yeah,
of watching
exactly.
this, just
I'm
go
a-
play Shadows of Rome for the PS2. It's an amazing gladiator game.
Yeah, there you
How
go.
about this
Yeah.
for Joker? Why not
Or
bring back
Assassin's
singing,
Creed
dancing?
Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
good Joker. Why not bring back singing, dancing Anne Hathaway as Catwoman? She can do that stuff. We saw her in fucking Les Miserables.
Okay.
I got bad.
Moving right along.
After that, we're getting to December now. So December 13th, Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim.
Why?
Endorsed by Fran Boyens, Philippa Boyens. No, the co-writers of the first Lord of the Rings movie have endorsed this one.
Yeah.
It'll be on Netflix.
They said this one's okay. It's a cartoon too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Not made by
It's
Amazon,
animated.
so
Don't know anything about it.
I'm rooting for it.
True.
Here's the thing: Amazon doesn't have a They don't have a movie house. They hire a production company, and that production company just gives them a check. So
Exactly.
We don't know. There's no way of saying like Amazon has any trend because every single person operates independently. It's not like there's any bleed over or any cross coordination. They buy properties and let them go. So like I would honestly say that because the people who did Lord of the Rings original say that this one looks promising, I'm going to keep an open mind, but it could still tank.
Yeah.
It looks okay though. Now the Karate Kid, is this going to be? I mean,
I just looked that up.
Yeah, Jackie Chan's
Karate
in it.
And Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, some of the
it's
the
in
original
the Cobra Kai world. It's in the Cobra Kai world.
Well, they're all in the same universe.
It could be. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not entirely certain.
Could you imagine if they take it to get the wrong tone? Though it's like we start out with like Mr. Miyagi at Iwo Jima, like deleting people with a machine gun just over and over. It's like
I think it is in the Cobra Kai
Jack and Chick Can. I hope it is.
Because I know
don't go too dark.
I want that last season of Cobra Kai so bad. They set up
the
world martial arts tournament. Let's go.
Yeah,
freaking Dragon Ball Z out here. Let's do it.
If it does finish up like the last season this year, or well, I should say next year at this point on Netflix, then it leads into this, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Or is this one built around the Hilary Swank or Will Smith Karate Kid, or will they be appearing in it? Will Jaden Smith be appearing in this movie?
I don't think so.
Come on. You got to be rooting
I don't know.
In Cobra Kai style, they might show up in the show in the final season. They brought everybody else back.
Okay, I found the Karate Kid fandom wiki. Reading from that, it says Cobra Kai executive producer John Hurwitz confirmed that while he and the guys would love to make Karate Kid and the Cobra Kai movies, the upcoming film isn't from them or focused on the Karate Kid cast. Okay, so
as long as it's not spiteful,
they're not associated with this apparently. If I'm reading this right,
this is Karate Kid 2016.
Like a whole, this is like a whole reboot. It sounds like.
Yeah, this is Sony announced a film on September 16th, 2022, with the expected release date of June 7th, 2024.
Yeah.
So this is coming from Sony. Trying to
You're
tie
right,
it into the 40th anniversary of the original.
Yeah,
okay,
and
so
you're right,
this would
Ben.
be completely different.
Jackie Chan is awesome, but he's kung fu. He's not karate, and karate is Japanese, not Chinese, right?
Yeah,
that's the whole problem with it, and that's why the last movie sucked.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I love Jackie Chan, but
I'm a huge Jackie Chan fan.
What's with that last movie there? Instagram, the movie is coming out.
So, so December 20th, Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
I'll be seeing that.
I haven't even. I've enjoyed those.
I haven't seen any of them, but
they're fun.
That's cool.
They are fun.
Idris Elba was amazing as Knuckles.
Yes.
He nailed
100% agreed.
The fact
with you.
that they went back and redid the effects too, because remember when they were going to release it, he looked stupid, and they said, "No, let's go back and redo it." They redid it, and it was an amazing film. I was like, "Yep."
They took fan feedback and did it.
They listened to the fans, and bam, it's like,
and it was a big hit.
Oh yeah,
it's a fun movie. So this looks pretty good. I can't remember the ending of the second movie. Who they were going to next?
They teased Shadow at the end.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also on December 20th, from Disney, Mufasa.
Wasn't there already a Lion King film? Like,
Mufasa.
Yes.
We know how Mufasa dies.
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
Why?
it's like, so this is a prequel to the line.
Ah.
They better have Jeremy Irons in there as Scar.
Oh, yeah,
That's right.
exactly right.
Meh.
Oh my god. So, okay, so seeing how both of these are releasing tentatively on December 20th, who do you think's gonna win?
Sonic.
Oh, Sonic
Transformers
3.
1.
Easily.
Transformers 1 will win.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Like everybody knows how Mufasa ends. He
Yeah,
gives birth
exactly.
to Simba,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and he probably has Simba at the end, and like, it's
Oh
like
my
I
god.
don't know how the
don't
movie's
know.
gonna go. Sonic 3, I have no clue where they're gonna go with it. So
This
Yeah.
this is what
go with the movie
Disney's
I'm more-
doing. They're making movies that nobody's wanting. Nobody's asked for this. There's not fans waiting with
No,
bated
exactly.
breath going, man, I want that Mufasa movie.
Exactly. Who's asking
No
for
fans are
this?
out there
Nobody.
wanting this.
By the way, Disney, if you're
Oh my
listening, hire
God.
me as a writer. I could do 10 this better.
And I guarantee you, in
Very good.
Mufasa, he's gonna give Scar his scar, and that's like how
Oh,
he's made.
yeah.
Like,
That's, yeah, that's what it's all
so
about.
you remember it. You know, it's like, oh Jesus.
Yeah. Phantom Outsider,
show you
Mufasa.
that.
What are you gonna do? Tell him not to have kids and give the throne to his brother to subvert
Oh, yeah.
expectations.
That's
Or
do some
will he have
Last
a-
Jedi shit.
Exactly right. What?
I don't know. After
Yep.
after seeing Dungeons and
Oh,
Dragons, I
God.
say we gotta bring like Jeremy Irons back and just put him in every movie that has like a little bit of doubt in it. Just give him a major role.
Well, I mean, especially it's one of his most iconic roles. Like Scar was
Right.
like growing up as a
Yeah.
kid. Like I remember, I'll never forget
Yeah.
his voice in the Lion
Yeah.
King. You know, like
Oh no.
Well, I
know.
think
It's
the
perfect.
character should be more like Profion, but I think we all know why. That fucking movie's a classic.
rain from the sky.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Thank you so much for getting me to watch that movie.
Oh,
Time
Yeah.
Bandits, I'm still
I didn't
pondering
mind
what
the
the
first
fuck
Sonic
happened
movie,
in
but after
Time
that,
Bandits, though.
no. So,
Like,
Yeah.
you
Didn't
know,
like the
hey,
first
if
Fair
you
enough.
didn't like the second one, that's okay. You know, hey, and
allowed
if
to.
you like the first one, that's fine. You know, I didn't mind the second one. The first one was great. You know, second one it was
Cool.
like, yeah. You know, I wouldn't say it was great, but it was good. It was good.
Jim
So,
Carrey was
third
just
one-
chewing scenery, hamming it up like crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dr.
you know.
Robotnik was perfect casting for him.
Oh god, it was too, wasn't it? Frig.
Yeah.
But that's tentatively what's coming out next year. So, you know, it looks like there's a few good ones. You know, a few wise.
Not
You
many
know?
theater ones, though. Theater worthy ones.
No,
I mean,
there might be
No,
2 or
no.
3 that I'd actually want to see in a theater.
I used to love going like 10 or 20
Yeah.
movie, but this one
I
is like,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Planet
I'm
of the
thinking
I think out of this,
Godzilla.
I think out of this list. Okay, so we'll do this. Okay, so
Oh,
out of this
Deadpool.
list,
Deadpool. 100%. Yeah.
I'd like to see Argyle, Dune Part 2, Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, Godzilla versus Kong, quite possibly Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Let me see here. Quiet Place Day 1, Deadpool, Beetlejuice 2, maybe Transformers 1, and Sonic 3 for sure. So, Appion, what about you?
Well, I'm on the fence about Borderlands. I want to see a trailer of it and see what they're doing,
Okay.
and then I
yes.
might go to like I want to see it in theaters. But for now, I don't. Definitely want to
Okay.
see Dune in theaters,
Right.
Godzilla versus Kong, New Empire, maybe Planet
Yeah.
of the Apes, A Quiet Place. I didn't know that movie was coming, but day one, like the start of that world's apocalypse, would be very interesting. So I might want to see that in theaters
Yeah.
because that movie's probably going to be loud because people are going to be screaming and not knowing how to deal with these
Big time.
creatures.
Exactly.
I
Deadpool
gotta
3, Sonic 3, and that's about it. I'll see
Yeah.
Beetlejuice too, but I don't really need to go to the theater to like see it.
Okay.
I definitely want to see it. Yeah.
Pop Culture Republic, what about you?
Okay. Well, definitely Dune could bring me to a theater. Maybe Ghostbusters.
Right.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, Godzilla versus Kong would be fun.
All right.
Deadpool was a hard, definite maybe.
Okay.
Borderlands, I want to see a trailer for.
Mm.
Yeah, after that, Beetlejuice would be a maybe.
Okay.
And that's about it. I mean, there's not much. This is kind of the barren wasteland of movie theaters.
It is actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, compared to others, yeah.
I have
I
mild
mean-
hostility towards some of these movies.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, Transformers 1 is not going to rock the year for me. I can say that
Yeah,
right
no.
now.
because
So,
the
yeah,
one that
it's-
this year
it's-
was like so bad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Dune, it's Ghostbusters, Godzilla, Deadpool, and that's about it.
Okay, Tom, what about you?
I didn't see the first Dune on theater, so I probably will wait till streaming just because I still want to see it though.
Well, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, that's true. So, Godzilla Kong, 100%. Planet of the Apes,
Okay.
yes.
Mhm.
Let's see, Deadpool, 100% also. Borderlands, I'm like, it's been said twice here. I want to see a trailer first. So because
Yeah.
once I
Yeah.
see a trailer, yes, then I have a feeling I might because I love the games. Transformers, it's no Peter, so I can't say yes. That'll be the first Transformers I don't go to.
Yeah.
And yes, you can laugh at me, but I will go see Venom still because I just like the character. Just I think.
Okay.
Good. But
That's
yeah,
all
that's
right.
about it. Nothing
Yeah.
really
Okay.
exciting besides that for me.
Yeah. Teague, what about you?
I'm gonna make a movie of myself doing my taxes and watching instead of any of this shit. Because at least that'll fucking make sense and have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like there'll be like 2 cuts, like with me waking up, drinking coffee, then like you'd see me like doing my taxes properly, right? Like you wouldn't see any, not doxing myself, like doing my taxes and like maybe a few things like pencil in the mouth thinking, and then like mailing it, and then like you would see like the calendar flip by and like me getting
Brilliant.
like looking at my phone and nodding inside and that, yeah, The Man Who Paid His Taxes Part 2, crowdfunded from last year's The Man Who Paid His Taxes using the tax return. I'm gonna say honestly, I gotta go pitch a tent for Night Swim. I'm excited about that. Argyle sounds okay. Fuck Madam Web. In row 2, Planet of the Apes, I have enthusiasm. I'll walk right past Furiosa.
Okay.
Row 3 has nothing in it. Maybe A Quiet Place. People seem to have goodwill towards it. Like I could be persuaded. Deadpool, I'm real afraid of that one. I'm recommending against that one right now. I do not trust MCU. Listen, where's our MCU movie from now till then to show us that they've got it together? There's a lot riding on this Deadpool movie, and I don't have $20 just to throw to them again on trust.
Yeah.
I will hear from someone else that this is a good movie before I go see it. Like I will play this role in some genres, but in
Fair
other
enough.
genres, like I don't have unlimited money, so no, fuck that. As far as that row goes, so Deadpool, Alien, oh my god, no, absolutely no. Borderlands, maybe, but Craven, no. Beetlejuice, yes. And nothing else in that row excites me at all. I mean, I think Venom 3 is more exciting than Gladiator 2, honestly.
Yeah.
Is it a porno movie? Is it Gladiator? I mean, but come on. Like a hero will rise, and his face looks like a glazed donut. I mean, I don't know.
He's yelling at her, "Are you not entertained?"
Yes, cookie. Nom 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 nom.
I am Emperor Viagra. I demand you entertain me. Yeah, like it could be all right. I don't know. Depends on how kinky and fucked up sex stuff is. I don't know. Ridley Scott, I can't trust him no more. War the Hero, exciting. Karate Kid, no. Sonic, I don't, I'm not hostile towards it. Mufasa, it's got the word Disney over it, so I'm afraid. But this movie called Facts that has the Instagram logo, Facts looks to be a sister story to my movie, The Man Who Admiral Teague Pays His Taxes, where like it's me from behind just paying my properly throwing them out. The movie has payoff and literally has it has setup and pay off when I will take the camera point of view to where I cash the check. Like I'll go.
Teague, I have an idea for a shot. Make it like a French film and have a slow close up of that burnt scooter out front.
Oh, I'm gonna do it like Zack Snyder. Part 1. Part 1 comes April 15th, but it's only the first 2 hours of the 4-hour version of Part 1. Then Part 2 of Part 1 will come out in July when I get the check. And then the final installment will come out in August, like when I'm done editing the drunken binge I go on with my tax return. How's that sound? Zack Snyder style.
You're going to show that scooter,
and then I'll release the exact same things at half speed and call it a fucking director's cut. I got this Zack Snyder thing down. Let me tell you about a man called Perry White, Comic Relief.
Okay,
oh no.
Okay, and he's done.
Anyway. Oh, come on. There we go.
Okay.
I have that coming.
Dark Elvis says maybe Argyle 100%, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, Deadpool, Beetlejuice 2, let's see, Despicable Me 4 for sure, but at home. Let's see, if you want to see another Bad Boys, I'll just watch Will Smith slap Chris Rock again.
The taxpayer starring Admiral Teague is going to be this year's Oscar darling. I'm telling you.
There we go. Let's see, Phantom Outsiders, Aliens Attack Earth, because of course they do, and Kimba defends the jungle, Marine Boy, Astro Boy fights him in the air. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because the Japanese animation studio that owns Astro Boy also owns Kimba, the White Lion, and Marine Boy, the heroes of the earth, land, and air. Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's huge. Absolutely outstanding.
Or Twisters is about trans individuals who dress contrary to their preference and fit into a world that's indifferent to them. So there we go. Yeah.
Or the fries at KFC. I would see that movie first.
Or it's a sequel to From Dusk Till Dawn, and there's 2 titty twisters.
Yeah, that's right. That's called emotional damage. So there we go.
Giving us reason for hope.
The emotional damage.
Welcome to the
exactly.
You should be in a Disney PR department, just like in charge of deception. It's like until the movie comes out, we have Appion in charge of PR. It's like, oh, this is a movie about Doritos. You're gonna love it. The emoji movies
nominated for 27 Academy Awards. So
yeah. But Amazon's great. There's one bit our star. Check out Echo.
Exactly. So as we usually do on the show, and I know it went a little bit long, folks. So, but thank you for sticking on by, and we'll just end things off with a funny cartoon before we have to go. So, to everybody out there, enjoy.
I'm on in an hour, everybody.
Oh, Kage! Look who I found! For the love of Christ, I am trying to attain inner peace, you son of a...
Can I have this?
No.
Yeah, I didn't want it anyway.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm taking this, though.
Okage, That's a nice hat!
So you want a challenge, do you?
I do!
You do?
I do!
You do?
I do! I do!
I think...
Brains are for idiots!
Yeah, he has a point there.
Your constant disassembly of dialogue is interfering with any... Your constant disassembly of dialogue is interfering with any rational plot development!
What the f*** is your plot?
We must fight now because you're a pirate and I'm a ninja!
Oh yeah, let's do this thing! Jenga! Why?
Oh, come on, quit being a sissy, Mary.
You don't know what this feels like!
King of Games.
Honestly, I don't understand what in the Christ is going on here.
It all started many moons ago, before the time of the internet.
Bullshit! There's always been the internet!
Cut me off again! See what happens!
I like One Piece!
Mittens, now!
You're all right, Luffy.
You, want I should vomit something up on Jumpsuit over here?
No. But there is something else I wanted to talk to you about.
If it's about bridges, forget it. I dig canals.
What's your end game? Almost nothing you do makes sense.
Sense is like cheesecake.
I have a question, Luffy-sama-chan! Why do you hate me so much?
Boy, I don't hate you! I am you!
What?
When a woman needs to be comforted, she tells you it's time to buy more shoes! But she has all the shoes, so we really know she just needs boots! Now everything makes sense. Forever.
Oh, I see. The shoes represent imperialist China and...
Jenga.
If you love me, let me go back to that bar in Tokyo.
It's your move!
Get off my back!
And that's pretty much everything right there. Wow. So...
I like it.
I'll never watch Naruto and One Piece the same again.
Exactly.
What's a plot?
Right? So exactly. What the
Or
fuck's the
Yu-Gi-Oh.
plot? So-
I'm the king of
You're a
games.
pirate. I'm a ninja. Let's do this.
That's all you need. Just pirates and ninjas.
Yeah.
So, Wendy Trauma Warrior. Let's see. I hope it didn't traumatize you or anyone else with my latest stories last week, but I did. The good news is at least you're not me. There we go.
Yes,
Wendy.
I don't even remember it.
There we go. Well, Aliens.
Selective
with the-
amnesia.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, Wendy, if you want to do it again on a Tuesday, if possible, I'll probably because it'll be July 2nd then. So yeah, that's doable. Okay. Yeah, if you want to do it again, Wendy, then then you are welcome to come back on. So because it's fun to hear stories from the trauma ward. So yeah. So Appion, you
Those
got
Apple stories.
oh the Apple stories. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Those who know know.
Now,
Thank you, Wendy.
now
They're
I
awesome.
remember.
Oh yeah. And then the aliens, that got pissed off because there wasn't enough beer and took the can of shaving cream off the guy's anus. So yeah, that was fun. So man, I don't know. I didn't think I had enough beer, but they all got pissed off there, and then they shoved the can of shaving cream out my ass. So
Straight up my bum.
Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. So and he reported it to the police. That guy was brave, I'll tell you that much. Oh my god. Appion. Now that you're traumatized by that story, you got any? No. You got any?
Share the misery. Share the misery.
You got anything that you want to plug?
Yeah, just my channel. I do YouTube videos kind of like this with panels of friends. We talk about different movies and shows and things like that. Next week we're going to talk about Logan, the end of the Wolverine trilogy of his movies.
Oh.
And other than that, might be a watch party or two of different movies, but nothing really set in stone other than Logan. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, dude. Always fun to have you here, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Pop Culture Republic.
Oh, my channel. I do all things pop culture related, movies, TV shows, sci-fi, fantasy. Toying with the idea of doing a kind of spur of the moment live stream tonight. Just open-ended roundtable discussion on things anybody might be looking forward to. You guys are invited. I'll send out links once I get things situated. If you guys are up to streaming later tonight, 10 p.m., 10:30ish Texas time. I believe that's called Central Time for everybody outside of Texas.
I suppose so. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Admiral Teague, you got anything?
I'll be on in 59 of your minutes. The Genesis device will detonate.
Oh
You have that
no,
long
not
to
again.
You have that long to repair your warp engines. As you can see, my genetically engineered intellect has once again put me on twice today. I hope everyone come by for the later on Saving Star Trek, and we're going to look at the list of from Trek Culture of the 10 worst moments in Star Trek in 2023.
Oh,
I don't know how they got it down to 10.
wow.
It's only like
Just-
12 minutes long. I don't know.
Just 10?
Anybody? Yeah, just 10. Just 10.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna bet like a lot of them are like they re-released the motion picture. What a piece of garbage! Like that's the kind of stuff you get from Trek Culture. They're like reverse Star Trek propagandists. How they got 750,000 subs, like talking shit about Star Trek. They're like, the franchise that was horrible to women and most of the fans of which are Nazis and broke a lot of ground that you're proud to be part of. Come along with me on a journey about why they're evil and why it's good now to like it. It's like really just bending over backwards to trash old Star Trek. So we'll do that.
Wow.
And then that'll be it for this year. I'll come back on Monday. I'm on Tower After Hours with Tony on New Year's Eve. I think we're going to go on at 10. So we'll see what goes on with that.
Oh, gotcha.
Look to his Twitter for that one. So I'll be having a rather tame New Year's Eve, and then I'll go out and get ripped up after that. But so I guess my Sunday show will be my Monday show rather than doing it New Year's Eve, because I don't know how many people are going to be around on Sunday. So I'm going to take that off. But I committed to do Tony's show, so I'm going to do Tony's show. And I think there's a shot that a lot of people just listen to it because you know what, midnight's at a different place in every part of the world, and he's usually on a lot later. So for a lot of his fans, it might be like the much earlier in the evening, and maybe I can give them something amusing. And if you're around the world and you're listening, Tower After Hours on Sunday night, New Year's Eve in America, I'll be trying to make you laugh and giving the best interview I can to my friend Tony.
Awesome. Nice.
Cool.
Tom, Geeky Classic left is Tom. You got
What has
anything
been up
going
to?
on? Yeah.
Actually, now, of course, you guys know I'm building a channel. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do on mine. I might add pro wrestling to it. I might add video game stuff. If anybody watches good documentaries, a lot of video game documentaries, and I recently watched this one this week called First Person Shooter, and it made me re-download old games I haven't played in years. It's 4 hours long. I warn you, it's long, but it's so in depth. It made me re-download Star Wars Dark Forces from Steam. I also downloaded a game I've never heard of, but it also uses a Doom engine, Rise of Triad, which is really cool.
I've heard of that one.
Yep. And I re-downloaded Black Mesa, which is Half-Life but retouched up. Really fun. I haven't played original Half-Life in years, and I love the Half-Life series. I love them all.
Yeah.
And I'm finally getting to Black Mesa, and it's really good. I forgot because they touched up everything and fine-tuned it up, but it's really cool. But yeah, first-person shooter, amazing. So we'll do video games, maybe pro wrestling and other stuff. I'm still working on the new channel, but it's I don't want to step on other people's toes and do other things, but I got to do what I got to do. So we're gonna.
No, that's all good.
Sweet, awesome.
Oh, and don't forget, before you go out, you can show everybody Mila if you want. So
I can show everybody what?
Mila, I sent her to you. Teagle admit to that one.
Yeah. That's right. Now I have to go on my Facebook here. And
I think Appion also would be very interested in any pictures of Mila.
I think he would.
Her last name's Jovovich. You bet.
Oh well, yeah, her too. Yeah, 100%.
Actually, isn't it? Her last name is Anderson, right?
No, that's it. No.
I don't think she took his last name.
Let's see.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a lot less of that these days.
Well, that's true.
Well, she was an established star by the time she got married. Why would she want to nerf it? You know what I mean? Like she had Brandon.
Yeah, exactly. No, wait a minute. That's the wrong one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Mealy Bobby Brown. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I thought you meant Mila Jovovich.
Damn.
She walked around in an outfit just slightly less revealing down like a street, maybe in London or something like that. And like her hair is like super, super platinum blonde, and people were taking pictures of her. She looked absolutely great. And like someone just was like trying to burn a Twitter person at the stake for it for some reason. And I don't know what the controversy was about. Like, you're sexualizing Millie Bobby Brown. And it was like, I think it was the same deal with like, you're sexualizing Miss Marvel. And it's like, she's 23. Millie Bobby Brown. She's
they do that with
19.
So
they do that with Billie Eilish. I mean, she's in her early 20s now. Like, she dresses how she wants, whatever. It's like,
yeah, exactly right. She's an adult.
She's an adult.
Exactly.
So I want to thank everybody that showed up to the chat today. FKHC 2005 that showed up. Radioactive as well. Tree Rock Creations. Dude, nice to see you here. Thanks for showing up again. Sci-Fi Shipyards. If you're still here, thank you for joining up and being part of the channel. So Christian Delorme, thank you for that little bit of a 1 month member here on this chat. So yes, you are my first. So thank you very much for letting everybody know. And if you want a membership, then you can check out the membership links that's down below, as well as other little perks and features that you should be aware of. So who else was here? We had Cycleman 90. First time here. Thank you for showing up as well, man. Really appreciate it. Phantom Boober Explores was also here. We had Wendy Trum, a warrior as well. Ray Lou Card, the Tetrarch of Apathy. Dude, thank you for being here as well. And thank you for still being here. Pop Culture Republic, thank you for also showing up, dude. Really appreciate it. Or, I mean, well, yeah, you're welcome. I actually meant Pop Culture Mechanic.
Yes.
So I meant him. There's so many pop cultures up there.
I know.
Yeah,
there's
I
so many.
gotta say again, Pop Culture Mechanic is one of the greatest business plans. You have like decades of employment ahead of you, my friend, trying to fix this mess.
That's right. Dormammu, also from the other podcast, and Now You Made It Awkward podcast. Thank you for showing up as well. Let's see. And who else do we have here? Because generally I try to catch everybody as much as I humanly can. And eventually when there are more people showing up, it's going to be like almost impossible. Yeah, that's true too. So Phantom Outsider was also here. Thank you, Phantom Outsider, for also joining in on the chat. Let's see. Dark Helmet and Rancor Steve, also from Manorama. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate you showing up. Padawannabe as well. Thanks, man. And Pacific 414. Thanks, dude. Yeah,
and thank
your
you, Psycho
chat
Man,
went out. Yeah. Your chat
Yeah,
went out yesterday when you were playing War for Cybertron. So for some odd reason, I couldn't find if you restreamed again. So Pacific War 1-4, I'll try to find it. So let's see. And I think that's pretty much it that showed up today. So thank you all for showing up. Really appreciate it. So
And everyone
oh
who
yeah,
comes through
Cycle Man.
later,
Yeah,
hit
you're
those
still
like
here.
and follow
Okay.
buttons. Yeah. And
So
everybody who comes through later, hit those like and follow buttons for our good pal, the comic Relief Crusader. He's a great guy.
That's right.
Yeah, really appreciate
the
it.
like
Spread
button.
the link. Subscribe to these fine gentlemen here as well, because they do a lot of hard work as well. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe if you can, because I'd really appreciate it, and share the link out. Because
sharing is caring.
Exactly, because this is the kind of nerdy fun that we do here. So, from all of
These are
us
the
here on
things
this
they pressure us
panel,
to do in the creator feedback.
that's
Have
right.
you told people to tweet the link more? We will help you if you get the link tweeted more.
Yes, hit the link. Link now. Now.
Link it now.
No.
And the bell. Hit the bell.
Have you considered for more views? Have you considered becoming Latino?
I
Like like why do they want to know my
transgender,
ethnicity?
black,
I'm an Irish
disabled,
Canadian. Hey, what the heck?
paraplegic. Yeah.
It's like, why do they want to know my ethnicity, and why do they want me to update it every 90 days? Like, would you like to take the ethnicity survey again? It's like, well, yeah, why not?
It depends
Feeling
on which way the
particularly
wind
Ita-
blows. So
Well, I didn't shower today. I'm going to put down that I feel Italian.
exactly. Because for the days you're not feeling zestfully clean. So
I shoplifted today. I'm Latino.
there we go. So from everybody on this panel to everybody out there in the chat, whether you're catching it on the rewind or whatnot, thank you for joining in. We will see you, well, next year, technically speaking.
Yeah, see you next year.
Yeah,
Or
see
in
next
60
year.
minutes if you're Admiral T.
So, everybody, I hope a Merry Christmas. And please have a very safe New Year's Eve and New Year's Day as well.
Yes, yes.
So,
Exactly. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. Be safe.
Later, everyone. Happy and
Happy
safe
New
New
Year.
Year's.
Yeah.
Bye.
That's right.
Happy
See
New
you
Year.
guys.